Kinnick Stadium in Iowa City, Iowa. The Hawkeyes of the University of Iowa host the Hoosiers from Indiana University. Hi again, everyone, with Mike Mayock. I'm Dwayne Staff. Nice to have you with us for an afternoon of college football. The Iowa Hawkeyes finished strong last year, Mike. They have started strong this year, and they've done it behind a balanced offensive attack led by Cedric Shaw.
You know, this entire Hawkeye offense is built around their tailback, Cedric Shaw. He gained over 1,000 yards last year as a sophomore. He's averaging 158 yards a game this year. He's got explosive speed. He runs a 4.3. Watch his cutback ability. Last week against Michigan State, some guys you have to coach, others just have great innate athletic ability. And the direct beneficiary of that tailback production is quarterback Matt Sherman. Started the last 2 games of last year, all 4 this year, and Dwayne, 6-0 as Iowa starter.
When the season started, when you thought of Indiana football, you were supposed to think of Alex Smith, their fine running back, but because of the rib injury, he's unavailable again this week.
I have never been around a team with more injuries than this Indiana ball club. How would you like to be Bill Mallory and have 87% of your offense sitting on the bench today? That's exactly what's happened. Most significantly, Chris Ditto, the starting quarterback, is down, replaced by Adam Greenlee. Now, Greenlee's a 5th-year kid. He's a walk-on, and it changes the whole offense. He can't throw nearly as well. No more drop back. What they're going to do, Greenlee on the corner. Option, sprint out, bootleg. It changes the entire offense, Dwayne.
Kickoff just a few moments away in Iowa City. Indiana 2-3. Iowa 4-0.
Oh, isn't that cute?
What?
You guys are like the 3 bears. You're double Whopper, Whopper, Whopper Jr., Bing, Bang, Boom.
I'm hungry, so what?
Well, nothing just sort of struck me as funny.
So what are you saying? I'm like the mama bear?
A Whopper value meal for any size appetite, starting at $1.99 every day at Burger King. That's getting your burger's worth.
Hey, baby bear, you gonna finish those fries?
Yes. Ooh, somebody needs a nap.
It's the event everyone's been waiting for. The Tony the Tiger Sweepstakes. Just call Tony at 1-800-779-TONY from a touch-tone phone and punch in the UPC number from a box of Kellogg's Frosted Flakes. You could win the grand prize trip for 4 to the Australian Outback or one of 10 first prize trips to the San Diego Zoo. Every 500th caller gets a free Tony the Tiger watch. So call Tony today. It's easy to enter.
I won!
Oh, and thousands will win.
Here come the Hawkeyes. A homecoming crowd of in the neighborhood of 70,000 plus expected here in Iowa City. A 4-0 start for Hayden Fry's club. And they take on Indiana. The Hawkeyes 1-0 in the Big Ten. And Indiana coming into play in the conference. No wins and 2 defeats. As we mentioned, a blustery day here in Iowa. The temperature is 52 degrees, cloudy skies. The wind will be out of the northwest at 20 to 30 miles per hour. That, of course, might have a tendency to see this football game ground out on the ground. Kirk Herbstreit is the 3rd member of our crew this afternoon. He'll be along the sidelines, and let's go to Kirk now.
Well, Dwayne and Mike, I'll tell you what, coming into this season, the Iowa Hawkeyes had a combined record of 16, 18, and 1 over the past 3 years. Some people were beginning to wonder what direction the Hawkeye football program was headed. But now, all of a sudden, they're off to a great start. 4-0. You look around Kinnick Stadium, you can feel the electricity in the air. People are talking about the Hawkeyes are back, and they're for real. First time they've been ranked in the top 25 this week since the early part of the '92 season. And I'll tell you how they're getting it done. A great offense. You look at their stats in the Big Ten, they rank 1st in rushing, 1st in total offense. And a fact that's not really all that well known, if you look at the unbeaten streak, the Iowa Hawkeyes, you can hear the stadium, the Iowa Hawkeyes have the 2nd longest unbeaten streak, 2nd only to the Nebraska Cornhuskers. They're going to try and continue that streak this afternoon against Indiana.
All right, thank you, Kirk. People around Iowa City are reminiscing about the days in 1985 and 87 and 1991. They won 10 games in each of those years, and they are fired up about their Hawkeyes.
You know, Kirk makes a good point. nationally, there hasn't been much recognition since 1990 for this club, and they're still questioning the schedule. Remember, they opened up Northern Iowa at Iowa State. New Mexico State really didn't face a challenge until the first Big Ten game last week, where they handled Michigan 21-7. So I think as the season progresses, we'll find out what kind of club we have here.
Aiden Fry, 120 wins here at Iowa in his 17th season. 34th year coaching overall. He has 209 career victories. And after a couple of down seasons, he's enjoying this fast start. Across the field, a little different story for the Indiana coaching staff. They've been besieged by this injury bug.
We talked about it in the open, and I meant that truly. I've never, ever seen a team. I've been around a lot of football my whole life, but I've never seen an offensive unit banged up like this. We didn't even mention all the histories in that open. We just took the 4 or 5 most significant. It represents 87% of their offense.
Indiana won the toss.
Kind of difficult to come into a game like this, putting the whole game on the line with a 5th-year walk-on quarterback with his first start.
Todd Romano teeing up the football.
Look at the angle of the football there. It was set up on the tee a little bit differently than most kickers do.
John Stoner, one of the deep men for Indiana. Wilkerson back there and into the end zone, and out it comes to the 10, 15, and dropped close to the 15-yard line. Joey Ellums on the return, and here is the Indiana offense. Adam Greenlee, the 5th-year senior at quarterback, Steve Lee and Sean Glover. The receivers, Stoner at the split end, Wilkerson the flanker, at tight end, Ben Klusmeyer. And across the front line, Chris Lewinsky is back after a knee injury. Bukowski, Side, Mihalik, and Williams. First play from scrimmage. Out across the 15 to about the 16-yard line. The carry. And Glover, the ball carrier. Defensively for Iowa, across the front line, Bennett, DeVries, Bickham, the nose guard, LaFleur, and Bill Innes-Inge. The 2 linebackers, Diaco and Rollins. The defensive backs, Knight, Jackson, Robinson, and Ples Atkins. Out of the eye, and the pitch goes to Glover, trying to get around the right corner, back to the 15, and nowhere to go. So on 2nd and 10, Glover carries to the line of scrimmage, and that was about it.
Get ready for exactly that type of offense from Indiana today. I think what we're going to see is their offense pulling back their horns a little bit and trying not to beat themselves and try and win the game on special teams and defense. So you're going to see the ball on the ground all day, tailback day, and look for the quarterback on the corner.
Greenlee making his first college start. A pickup of 1 on the carry by Glover. It's 3rd and 9 for the Hoosiers. And flags before the play is started.
Question here is whether they're going to get Iowa for jumping or whether they're going to get the right tackle, Clay Williams, who reacted to the jump.
We've just started. Indiana with its first series of downs.
Fires with snap. Defense.
That's the new rule.
5-yard penalty. Down is still 3rd.
That's the new rule in college football. Defensive encroachment. You see the 2 to your right jump. They're going to call that rather than the offensive tackle, Clay Williams. Defensive encroachment, 5 yards, and that'll make it 3rd and 4.
On 3rd and 4, split backfield. 2 wide receivers, split on either side. And the give goes to Glover up the middle. And he's out across first down territory. So the senior out of St. Matthews, South Carolina, Sean Glover, on the carry for the first down of the game.
You know, when I spoke with the Iowa coaches yesterday, one of the things they said they had to do was reduce the amount of penalties they've had. They've played pretty well, but that's one of their Achilles heels so far. That defensive encroachment penalty was a direct reason they were able to run draw for a first down.
Glover getting the start with the injury to first Alex Smith and then Michael Batts. Indiana out of the eye in the backfield. Greenlee floats it to the left side. He has Klusmeyer. That's complete for about 8. Klusmeyer, the sophomore, on the reception.
This is typical of the type offense you're going to get from Greenlee. Double tight, I formation, little sprint away, hit the tight end in the flat. He is not a drop back passer. 6'1", 195. You're going to see sprint out all day.
Second down, 2, right up the middle on the draw. Glover running room and then some and into Iowa territory. Atkins up to make the stop. A pickup of 19 for Glover on the carry.
Hey, who said Glover couldn't run? Huh? He made a nice cut in the hole. You're going to see all Big Ten linebacker Bobby Diaco get punched out, misses the tackle right there in the hole. Now watch the move on number 3, Damien Robinson. That's your third-team tailback picking up 19 yards out of the I formation.
First and 10 from the 45. Here are the numbers on Glover for the year coming into this game. Shotgun. Greenlee dumps it off to the left side. He has Glover, who is hit immediately at midfield. Glover gang tackled at the 50-yard line.
They had Ples Atkins limp out after the play there. A little bit surprised. We just got done talking about how they're only going to sprint out and not go drop back. And it's first and 10 after they've got a little drive going. Right back into shotgun, but they lost 4 on the first down pass.
Gary Cooks into the game. Glover across the 45 down to about the 42-yard line. Glover getting plenty of work in the first sequence, the first possession for Indiana.
This is called the stretch play. Alex Smith's favorite play, where you just go out, defensive tackle, defensive end, let the tailback pick his hole, and Glover does a nice job.
Glover 5 carries for 34 yards. It's 3rd and 6 for Indiana. 2 wide receivers out of the eye. Glover right up the middle and a big opening for the first down, and down to the 30 he goes. Gary Cooks made the stop from the free safety position after a pickup of 11.
Now let's take a look on the right side of the line here. You're going to see blocks here and here, and the linebackers are blitzing. They get picked up, and you're going to see the big hole right over right tackle. Right there, the cutback by Glover. Excellent job. So far, the active linebackers for Iowa have not been involved tackling at the line of scrimmage.
Glover again looking to the left side. Snapped away from one tackle and down to the 25-yard line. And stopped by Damien Robinson. Bobby Diaco in from the linebacking spot helped out on the stop.
How about that? 7 carries for 51 yards. He's your 3rd-team tailback. Glover was a high school option quarterback, so you know he's been around the run game his whole life. And they tell me he's a shifty kind of kid, doesn't have great breakaway speed, but a good runner.
Second down, 4 yards. They give to Lee. Steve Lee right through the middle. He's 250. A 6'1 junior. Vernon Rollins made the stop on him. He's at 235 from the linebacking spot.
Rollins is a redshirt freshman, number 56, who they expect a lot of. They're just turning the block out. That's the 250-pound fullback met head-on in the hole by Rollins. Wayne, that's pretty good collision right there.
Again out of the eye. Lee and Glover. Greenlee drops the ball, and it's covered up by Iowa. So there's the fumble problem. The fumble problem that has faced this team all year. Nick Gallery. Nope, that's Bobby Diaco. Diaco, the linebacker, last year's All Big Ten honorable mention, leads the team in tackles, and Diaco comes up with the fumble.
They tried to pull the guard on option, and look at the penetration right there. Diaco both strips the football and comes up with the recovery. That's why he's an All Big Ten linebacker.
So Iowa takes over for the first time. Hawkeyes with the football on the 30. Sherman with the pitch to Shaw, out to the 40, and caught from behind at the 43-yard line, maybe the 44. Give him a pickup of 14. Derek Smedley, the free safety, made the stop. Matt Sherman, the quarterback, with Filer and Shaw in the backfield for Iowa. Their receivers, Richard Carter, Tim Dwight, he'll be fun to watch today, and the tight end is Scott Slutzker. Across the line, Verba, Purdy, Wiegman, Goff, and Quaker. A first down and 10. The ball on the 44. Price in motion. Shaw caught behind the line for a loss this time. The Indiana defensive unit. Kinnick, Hammerstein, Rashid, and Davis, the defensive line. The linebackers, Robinson, Baisley, and Surface. And the defensive backs, Allen, Warnicki, Smedley, and Ellis. Second down coming. All close to the original line of scrimmage. And on the reverse, Tim Dwight around the left side, sweeping to the 50, the 40, the 30, down to the 20, and he's going to go into the end zone on the reverse. Touchdown run for Tim Dwight, a 56-yarder, and Iowa breaks out in front. Iowa scores on a 56-yard run by Tim Dwight with 7:57 to play in the first quarter.
Just a great call. Second play from scrimmage. They're loading up against toss sweep front side, and you run the reverse to maybe the fastest kid on your team. Timmy Dwight runs a 4.340.
Zach Bromert, who is another story on this Iowa team, a walk-on. Bromert will attempt the point after.
This lane, it goes back to the turnover, the Achilles heel of the Indiana offense. You had nice pack going, and then you come back and turn it over.
And the point after is good. Bromert 10 of 10 this year in the point after touchdown department. Timeout on the field. 7:57 to play first quarter. 7-0. Iowa leading Indiana.
You know, at AutoZone, we know our customers work just as hard as we do. You see, selling top quality parts at low prices every day is how we make a living. But helping customers, well, that's how we make friends.
Hey, life's full of choices. If you're gonna do it right. You hate compromise. So take your best shot. Isn't that what you're shooting for? Crossman Air Guns, designed, developed, and delivered to exceed your expectations.
No one can save you now.
Hey, bet we could.
Fools, we will defeat you and take your Miller Lite. Not if we choose the weapon. Paper football, very clever. You kick off.
It's good. We are saved.
When you've got the great taste of an ice-cold Miller Lite, life is good. You are worthy opponents. Let us celebrate. I know a good sports bar around the corner. Life is good.
7-0 Iowa on this play, the reverse. Here's the guy you're trying to get. Right there, number 47, the outside linebacker, Pilch. He's got contained. Uh-oh. Once you get around there, and you've got a wide receiver with 4.3 speed, you need one block downfield, and it's a touchdown.
Kickoff rolls to the 5, picked up by Ellens there, and back to the 9, and that's it. Replay, 70 yards for that touchdown. Now let's go to the sideline and Kurt.
Well, Dwayne and Mike, I tell you what, I had a chance to talk to quarterback Adam Greenlee as he was warming up. He said he's been waiting for this start for as long as he can remember. And he said, I'll tell you what's important is to take this Iowa crowd out of the ball game. Looks like they had a good drive going there early. It's very important for the Hoosiers, again, to get back to what they did in that first drive and try and get this crowd out of the game, because this can be a tough place.
Line of scrimmage, their own 14, the give to Glover. To the right side of the line and across the 15, a pickup of a couple. Indiana came into this game having lost 11 fumbles. Their coaching staff didn't even want to mention the word, Mike.
You know, we met with them last night, and they kept using the term ball security. And if you're a golfer, you understand you never want to say that S word, that shank word. And they were the same way. They don't want their players to think about turnovers. They won't even mention the word. First drive, what happens? Fumble in the red zone.
2nd and 8. Adam Greenlee at quarterback for Indiana. Running to the right side under pressure. Lets it go and it's out of bounds. Overthrown. Stoner on that sideline. The intended receiver as Greenlee was under pressure.
Eric Hilgenberg, their outside linebacker, did a nice job on contain there. This is just a little bootleg. Remember, Doug Flutie used to run this fake the toss, now get out on the corner, a naked bootleg. But look at number 49 right there, George Bennett. He forces the contain. No place for Greenlee to go. Good job defensively.
So a 3rd down and 8 for Indiana. The 2nd possession of the day. Split backfield.
Man-to-man.
Greenlee. Right side under pressure again. Inside the 5, and as he approaches the sideline, he throws the ball away up that right side. Bickham gave him a lot of pressure. So Indiana unsuccessful in this series of downs, facing a 4th and long.
Now, I think these Iowa defensive ends and linebackers are very cognizant of getting up the field and not giving Greenlee the corner. Last play was George Bennett, and then just the most recent, Bill Innis-Enge wouldn't let Greenlee around the corner.
Tim Dwight will be deep for Iowa on the punt. At the 44, across midfield and down to about the 45-yard line, where Iowa will take over. A punt of 38 yards. 6:53 to play in the quarter. Iowa 7, Indiana nothing. Back after this.
You're my agent. You have to do something about this. My face is on the cup with a duck. Well, I'm allergic to ducks. Well, what about Bugs Bunny? He's cool. What? Emmitt Smith has bugs? He's just a running back.
Now at McDonald's, get a free Looney Plays to Go Cup when you supersize any extra value meal. The NFL's Emmitt Smith with Bugs, Barry Sanders with Taz, Bledsoe with Wiley, and Marino with Daffy on new to-go cups.
How'd I get on a McDonald's cup with Marino? Oh, agent. I'm allergic to dolphins.
Have you had your break today? Oh, the Grand Canyon. What a Grand Canyon. Times like these when you think about those closest to you. Think I'll call home.
Please state your name.
Homer!
Yellow?
Collect call from Homer?
No way, man. I only accept 1-800 collect calls. Give me the times, Homer.
Why, you little...
Dial 1-800-COLLECT. It's the way to call collect.
At Pep Boys and Parts USA, we don't have just one oil. We carry every major brand name for every car at everyday low prices. Like Pep Boys Motor Oil, just 79 cents a quart. At all Pep Boys and Parts USA stores now.
The girl who wasn't like the other girls. The pretty girl who didn't flirt and giggle. The one who was good at sports, but never on the team. That girl still isn't like the other girls. She never wanted to be.
Now remember, ESPN is your home for college football again tonight at 7:30. Peyton Manning and the Volunteers march into Alabama. That's 4:30 Pacific time, 7:30 Eastern time. Here in Iowa, the Hawkeyes lead the Hoosiers 7-0. First and 10 from their own 45. Shaw on the pitch. Caught back at the 40-yard line. Nathan Davis in on the stop from his defensive end position.
Iowa's made a lot of big plays this year, Wayne. 20 pass plays, 11 rushing plays, over 20 yards this year. And that's what the coaches told us yesterday, that somebody each game, Cedric Shaw, some of the wide receivers, Tim Dwight, someone has stepped up every game and made a big play.
A loss on the first play, so it's 2nd and 13. Carter in motion coming to the right side, and they give to Shaw, who tries to cut outside and tries to cut back in, slipping, losing his footing as he got back close to the line of scrimmage. So Cedric Shaw dropped by Warnke.
Coming into this season, Indiana's defense was supposed to be poor, but they've really played pretty well. There's the cutback. Good job by Hammerstein pushing him out. And then you've got the free safety, Eric Smedley, making the tackle. Remember the free safety, making the tackle at the line of scrimmage. They've got a history of inverting their safeties and having problems with play-action pass.
3rd and 13. Gibson in motion coming to the right side, and timeout Iowa. 5:29 left, first quarter, 7-0 Iowa over Indiana.
When I saw that I was starting to lose my hair, I didn't waste any time. I got on the Bioplex plan. It changed my life.
Bioplex Hair Treatment is the most technologically advanced hair restoration program in North America. If you want an all-natural, drug-free, and affordable way to stop your hair loss, you want the real solution, Bioplex.
There is a choice.
I agree. Make the Bioplex choice today. Call 1-800-563-2728.
Rule number 52, face off. Rule number 62, interference. Rule number 45, board checking. Rule number 25, to play the game, use a puck.
The New York Rangers and Toronto Maple Leafs skate into action tonight, live, 7:30 Eastern.
Face it, the NHL rules on ESPN2.
Iowa leading 7-0 with 5:29 to play in the first quarter. Matt Sherman, undefeated as a starting quarterback. He's 6-0. They shift down to the eye. And Sherman drops straight back to pass. And as a man at the 41, that's Tim Dwight. Dwight, who ran 56 yards on the reverse for the touchdown, comes up with a reception.
Look at Matt Sherman backpedaling out. That is something that's kind of a dying art, especially among college quarterbacks. Most quarterbacks will turn their shoulders. That's how they teach it in this day and age. But at Iowa, ever since Hayden Fry has been a head coach here, every quarterback they've had, Chuck Long, Chuck Hartley, Classic, all of them are taught the same thing. That's the old-time classic backpedal.
You saw for a moment the yards per attempt, not yards completion, yards per attempt, 10.5.
Most important offensive stat there is in the passing game.
And the pitch goes to Shaw at the 40, tried to turn the corner and was tripped up just inside the 40-yard line by Jamie Baisley.
Now, you made a good point, Dwayne. You talked about yards per attempt, and most fans and people get caught up in how many yards a catch. But really, the true measure of the efficiency of an offense is how well you do when you throw in all the attempts. 10.5 yards an attempt is about 3 yards an attempt better than what most people would consider to be good. If you get 7.5 an attempt, coaches are happy.
Second down, 6 for the Hawkeyes. This is Filer. Down to the 20. Rodney Filer, the junior out of Waco, Texas, a pickup of 18.
You know, these fullbacks in the Big Ten, and especially here at Iowa, block so much that every once in a while they got to throw them a bone and let them carry the football, and Filer did a great job.
A flag on the play.
Procedure, take it back 5, eliminating the big play. Wayne, this is a pretty big series for the Indiana defense. Give up the big play in the first series, bad field possession after a poor punt. They can't afford to get down 14 because they don't have the type of offense to make big plays.
Verba out of the game. Jeremy McKinney replacing him at the left tackle position. Second down and 11 facing Iowa. And 4:40 to play in the first quarter. They try Filer again, right up the middle. He's still pushing. Let's go to Kenny Mayne in the studio.
All right, Auburn and Florida. This thing's back and forth. Florida's
a family affair going on in that one.
Down at Shug Jordan Parkway at Auburn University.
Iowa leading this one 7-0 with the football late in the first quarter.
Checking off here. They've got an 8-man front.
Sherman. Down he goes. Boy, Eric Allen had him in his sights. And Sherman is down for a loss.
Sherman knew blitz was coming. He saw the corners edging up, taking inside. Here comes the drop back. He knows the corner is coming. Number 27, Allen, from the top. He tries to step up. But remember, when you're backpedaling, it's a little more difficult to gather your feet under you and not drift. That's kind of the downside of the backpedal.
And the punt carries through the end zone.
That's in a different county.
So with 3 minutes, 13 seconds to play in the first quarter, Indiana will get its hands on the football again, trailing 7-0.
Now, the key play there was once again a penalty. The penalty put them back in a 2nd and 10 situation, and after that they got the sack. So that was a pretty important defensive stand for Indiana. There's Hayden Fry.
Adam Greenlee. First college start, a 5th-year senior. He's backed up by a redshirt freshman, Jeff Kern, and if they went any deeper, it would be Jay Rogers, a freshman, a true freshman out of Austin.
Yeah, let's hope it doesn't get there. That was one of the quickest offsides I've ever seen.
Ball start, offense, 5-yard penalty, still first down.
Tonight at 7:30, coming up on ESPN2, Fire on Ice. The New York Rangers, led by 2-time MVP Mark Messier, look to test the reflexes of Felix the Cat Potvin and the Toronto Maple Leafs on ESPN2. First and 15 from their own 15. Split backs and movement again.
Not unusual when you have a new quarterback both ways. The offensive line's a little jumpy. They're used to Chris Ditto. They're not used to Greenlee. Both sides up front a little edgy.
Enough to get a play away so far on this series.
Well, Mallory's a little frustrated. Fumbles and penalties do not add up to upsets. 2 penalties in a row, two positives, 2 negatives equal a positive. It's 1st and 10 still.
We're right back where we started. Hoosiers with the ball in their own 20, 1st and 10, 3:13 to play in the first quarter. Out of the eye, 2 wide receivers, and contact again along the line of scrimmage.
That's a tight end. You know what happens is when you have a new quarterback, often you go on first down, and they're anticipating first down and jumping as soon as they get in the stance.
Go back, We go to
5-yard
the 15.
penalty. Still.
It will be first and 15.
Look at this. Greenlee's not even under the center when Darren Ward jumps at tight end. I mean, I don't know how much worse it gets than that.
Ward began his career as a linebacker. He's having a flashback.
I think there are a lot of flashbacks right now.
First and 15. And a little counter into Glover. Straight up the middle and out across the 25-yard line. Stopped around the 27 or 28.
You know, the amazing thing to me is that so far the only consistent offense is this third-string tailback. A little draw play, good block up front. There's the hole. Good look at it from the end zone. Breaks the tackle of Rollins. Picks up a good game.
Second down and 1. Glover threw again for the first down and a few extra yards to spare. Vernon Rollins from the linebacking spot, second on the team in tackles, made the stop this time for the Hawkeyes.
They actually had an 8-man front anticipating run. Nose guard Aaron Klein had a free shot at him at the backfield, and Sean Glover continues to make people miss. Look at this, 10 rushes for 74. It makes you wonder what Alex Smith might have done given the same opportunities.
And he'll get a breather on the Indiana sideline. Well earned. And Kenyon Hartfield, the freshman, true freshman, is in the game now. Greenlee rolling out to the right side. And an incomplete pass at the 46-yard line intended for Dorian Wilkerson. Wilkerson, a sophomore receiver out of Lauderdale Lakes, Florida.
They're loading it up wide side. There's only 2 people to the weak side, a guard and a tight end. So it's an unbalanced look to try and give him the time to get to the corner. But the problem there is there's only 2 receivers in the pattern. It's a fairly easy pattern to cover. So when you give away something like that, you give away a 2 wide receiver route because you're trading it off with protection.
Hartfield checks out and Glover is back in for Indiana. Glover on the carry, across the 40 to the 43. Damien Robinson.
You know, this is the first time since preseason that the offensive line is back intact. And you've got to give them some credit for pushing the pile. They give a big hole on the stretch play right there. Chris Lewinsky, 74, is back in the lineup for the first time in 3 weeks. Offensive line so far getting a great push.
3rd and 1. Out of the eye. It's Glover. And first down. Sean Glover right across the middle. He was averaging 2 yards per carry coming into this game.
Watch the fullback, Lee, 37 on Rollins. That's the key to the isolation play. The fullback on backer. If your fullback wins the battle, you get the first down. Good job by Steve Lee.
So the Hoosiers with the 1st and 10 on their own 46. 12 carries, 85 yards for Glover already. Greenlee back to pass. That's Glover at midfield and into Iowa territory. Brought down at the 48-yard line. Tom Knight from the cornerback spot made the tackle.
So far, I really like the game plan of the Indiana offense. Save for that first fumble in the red zone, they've really moved the ball consistently today with the tailback and a nice little short passing game there.
It hasn't been complicated, but they've so far through the first quarter been able to determine what they want to do and execute.
George Ballou's done a nice job doing exactly what he told us last night. 5-step drop.
Greenlee scrambling straight up the middle now. So he has a first down. Wickham made the stop on it.
Now, this is not a play that was in the playbook when Chris Ditto was the quarterback. Chris Ditto's a pure drop back. Here's the quarterback draw. 5-step drop. You can see the line and fullback are blocking. They will take that every time. Pick it up, move the chains, 1st and 10.
Less than 30 seconds to play in the first quarter. 1st and 10. Out of the eye. Wide receiver to the right side. Greenlee comes left side this time and is caught. He may have returned to the line of scrimmage. And that's it.
That's 2 option plays for about -6 yards and a fumble in the first series. I'm not sure we're going to see a whole lot of option today.
And the first quarter is over.
That is the end of the
Iowa leading. On the touchdown run, it's 7-0 Hawkeyes at the end of 1 quarter.
Hey, this feels nice.
Who's pulling on my shirt?
It's me, Johnson, fool. Is this Russell Athletic?
Sure, feel like cover stitching.
Must be their new blend fabric. Yeah, it's tough, strong.
And no little fuzzball. By the way, anybody got the ball?
I think I got it.
That's not the ball.
Oh, sorry.
Looking for really tough athletic wear? Get Russell Athletic and get tough.
Welcome, Dave. Been a long time.
Sure has, Red.
You got a spicy chicken sandwich. But here, try this.
Not bad.
Water?
No, thanks. Now try a Wendy's spicy chicken.
Wendy's spicy chicken sandwich is a whole breast fillet seasoned with Dave's own blend of pepper and spices. It's one very delicious, very spicy sandwich.
Please.
Try Wendy's spicy chicken sandwich and long live the king.
Dear Midas, back in the 70s, I purchased a Midas muffler for my '51 Ford wagon, given to me by my father. When the muffler finally wore out, your mechanic, Miguel Serna, said,
"Well, the warranty's still good."
To my amazement, I was given a brand new muffler at no cost. I plan on keeping my family heirloom for many years. See you folks next time. Sincerely, James Van Dolphin.
I'd like to tell you about my friend Jake. Jake is music. If he's not playing, he's listening to music. He has a legendary music collection. He's got stuff from last century.
8 tracks.
The best times we have are just when we sit down and pick up the guitars and play what comes to our heads. Jake's just a great friend.
Western got his backstage passes.
Yes, everybody loves him. Not too sure the neighbors do, though.
When you're with a friend as good as Jake, shouldn't you have a Heineken?
I find you incredibly attractive.
For the first time in her life, Sarah Taylor has met a man she trusts.
Nothing bad could happen when you're around.
You think?
But sometimes, trust
The psychopath who sends you dead flowers.
I do not think it's him.
can be deadly.
It's usually someone you know, maybe even a boyfriend.
You think it's me, don't you?
No, I don't.
Never talk to strangers. Rated R. At theaters Friday.
There's the starting Indiana quarterback, Chris Ditto, who has the bad knee, did make the trip to lend a hand to Adam Greenlee to help out along the sideline. Greenlee looking for a receiver over the middle, and it's incomplete. Stoner, the intended receiver. Diaco back there with him.
Stoner's a guy they need to get the football to, one of the few big play guys in this Indiana offense. I think with Greenlee at quarterback, it's going to be difficult to get the ball to him vertically down the field, a la Chris Ditto.
Third down. Let's call it 10. The ball at the Iowa 43.
Passing set.
Stoner wide to the right side. 3 wide receivers, 2 right side, 1 on the left side. Greenlee throws his intended receiver, Dorian Wilkerson, on the right sideline. So it will be 4th down and 10 on the 43-yard line.
There's big advantage there for Iowa. Obvious blitz situation. They brought Rollins on the blitz. No Armstrong.
Quarterback confab there with Ditto and Greenlee, and that's Jeff Kern, number 19, the redshirt freshman. And the punt. High, but not very far. That does not help the situation. Will Horn on the punt.
You know, a big tradition in Indiana has been to have a regular punter and also a pooch punter. Will Horn's their pooch punter and kicked it out in the stands.
Let's go to Kenny Bain.
All right, we got 2 of them from Florida and Auburn. Auburn was up to 20. Back to you guys.
Shaw gets the carry on the first play from scrimmage to the 35 and around the 40 as he goes out of bounds. That punt good for only 11 yards, giving Iowa pretty good field position to start this series of downs.
I think you're going to start to see Iowa working Cedric Shaw. Watch his change of pace when he gets on the corner. You pull the guard and the tight end. Now watch him right here. He'll give you a little leg, and now he's going to run away from the inside pursuit there of Jamie Baisley. You don't even realize it, but he picked up 6 yards.
Richard Carter entering the game, and he comes out wide to the right side. Out of the eye. And to give. This is Shaw again. Stopped by Nathan Davis. Shaw carries it out to the 43-yard line, and that's going to be enough for the first down.
They will run isolation, toss sweep, counter tray. Last week they did that over 40 times, where Shaw picked up 250 yards against Michigan State, and that's really the bread and butter. Run Shaw, run Shaw, run Shaw, and then play action with Sherman.
Shaw third in the nation in rushing with 158 yards per game average. This is Filer. Powers his way out to close to the 50-yard line. Rodney Filer. Smedley made the stop on Filer.
Interesting little play there. I like that. They watch from the right side of your screen, number 84. That's your tight end Slutzker pulling into the hole and making the key seal block on the linebacker, number 47, Matt Surface. How often, Wayne, do you see a tight end pull? But it happens a lot in the Iowa offense.
2nd and 4. There's Slutzker standing up from that two-point position. Flags on this play, and Shaw runs directly out of bounds.
We talked a little bit earlier about how the quarterback backpedals, which is somewhat unique in college football today, but really the only college program I know where the tight end stands up is here at Iowa.
Iowa leading 7-0. We have 13:32 to play in the first half. A motion called against Iowa coming here.
Motion on the offense. Decline. 3rd down.
See, that's an interesting call right there. They declined the penalty, bringing up a 3rd down. And remember how Shaw ran out of bounds there? That gave up several yards, so that makes it 3rd and 9. Good call by the Indiana defense.
Richard Carter reports back into the game for Iowa. First quarter numbers. That's 1 turnover, the difference in this game so far. Sherman rolling, and a pass incomplete at the 48-yard line, intended for Richard Carter. And that will bring up a 4th down.
They bring Richard Carter all the way across in motion, and he becomes the primary receiver in the flat. On a little pick play, he's in the flat, but Eric Allen does a great job, follows him across. Now take the shot. Why not? If you're a DB and you run that far, you might as well take a shot.
Stoner is deep. Gallery to do the punting. Stoner at the 23. Tripped up there.
Timmy Dwight.
It was Dwight. And flags fall on the play.
Now remember, in college football, you have to give the receiver 2 yards clearance to catch the punt. Timmy Dwight was a little bit too close that time.
Well, if Dwight's going to make a mistake, it's going to be an aggressive mistake. That's the kind of player he is.
He is such a tough kid for a wide receiver. It's scary. He ran a 10-3 100 meters this summer without even training in an AAU meet. The coaches tell us, and we saw on tape yesterday, he absolutely kills the defensive backs.
Interference with the opportunity. 2-yard radius foul. 1st down.
So Indiana will take over, trailing Iowa 7-0 with 13:21 left to go in the first half.
What's
Latest.
No news.
Satellite imagery. Aviation forecasts.
Still waiting, sir.
The high-tech training of the weather crew is critical to over 5,000 sailors on this carrier.
Any word yet? Yes, sir.
Right now, however, their expertise is important for a different reason.
This just in. Weather for our Liberty in Honolulu will be sunny with temperatures in the 90s.
For more information about high-tech training all over the world, call 1-800-USA-NAVY.
Okay, now don't get Grandma too excited.
She has been running on the same Duracell battery since the Ice Age.
Wow, those Duracell batteries sure do last.
You can't top the copper top. This year, over 400,000 aluminum radiators will corrode and fail. But Prestone antifreeze bonds with aluminum, forming the Prestone zone of protection against corrosion. It's your car. Protect it in the Prestone zone.
This is a gold card. It can't grant you inner peace. I don't know. No card on the planet's more accepted, so you could go someplace peaceful. And with a credit line of at least $5,000, you'll have the freedom to relax. And freedom like that might be the path of true wisdom. So I guess Gold MasterCard can help you to see the light. Just remember to wear sunscreen. Gold MasterCard. It's more than a gold card. It's smart money. Look for your Gold MasterCard application and apply today.
First and 10, Indiana from the 27-yard line. Glover and Lee in the backfield. And it's Glover who gets the call, pushing his way out to the 30 and beyond the 30-yard line. Bickham made the stop. In the first quarter, Iowa winning on the scoreboard 7-0. But time of possession, Indiana 10-21, 10:06 of that came in the first quarter. Iowa at 6:18, so Indiana winning the possession war.
Indiana's offensive line doing a great job, and the tailback Glover's just getting in behind, pushing the pile just that last play, 5 yards.
Wilkerson wide to the left side on 2nd and 5. Glover runs right into Bobby Diaco as he approached the 35-yard line.
He's really an active linebacker. He had 116 tackles last year in the Big Ten. Now, he's out of New Jersey, and here we are in the state of Iowa. They've got 5 starters from the state of New Jersey doing a good job of recruiting up in the Northeast.
And even better in Texas, they have 18
well, how about
from Texas on this team.
Well, how about Cedric Shaw? He and Demo Odoms were teammates in Austin, Texas.
Yep. 3rd and 3. Sean Mitchell, who's in the Texas backfield, was also on that high school team in the defensive backfield. A pass complete to Glover, and he carries it to the 40-yard line.
No surprise that with this kind of minimalist offense, the leading receiver today for Indiana is their tailback Glover. They just will not be able to get the football down the field vertically. Fullback stays in and blocks. Tailback slides into the flat. And that's about all you're going to see, the sprint out and a little bit of weak side play to the tailback.
Like they called him the all-purpose back when he was 2nd and 3rd on the depth chart. He certainly has been an all-purpose player today. Damien Matthews in the game. And here's a give right up the middle. Glover and out to the 45-yard line. John Glover, who said he wound up going to Indiana because of the academics there and the fact that their football program stressed that to him before they stressed football to him.
Kind of interesting. He said that when he was recruited in the SEC schools, because he's from down south, everybody talked football, football, football. He came up here and really liked the balance.
2nd down. Glover looking for some room as he crossed the 45-yard line and stacked up after a pickup of about 2. Let's go to Kenny Mayne now.
All right, all defense in your game. More scoring in the half. Back to you.
So they're putting some points on the board there.
Little shootout, huh? Got the antithesis in this game.
Glover with 100 yards, 16 carries so far. Right back to the well. This is Glover. Glover inside Iowa territory. Along the sideline, Let's go to Kirk.
Well, Dwight and Mike, I'll tell you what, as this game continues to wear along, Indiana is gaining confidence. You can walk behind their bench and hear the players talking about, hey, we've been hearing nothing but negatives all week long. They're gaining confidence, and they feel that this offensive line might be the answer today.
Hey, Kirk, what's Greenlee like when he gets on the sideline? Is he a fiery kid or what?
Big time. You're exactly right. He is a competitor, and as I mentioned, I talked to him prior to the game. He's been waiting for this all his life.
Kenyon Hartfield in the backfield. The give goes to the big guy Lee back there. He tries to carry it outside around the left corner. George Bennett helped to make the stop on Steve Lee.
Look at him. Does he look like a fullback to you? Look at him. I mean, if you put a 6 there instead of a 3, nobody would ever know the difference.
No matter how big he is, you give him the ball a couple times a game, he's a fullback.
I guarantee he's got that guard or tackle mentality. He spends 95% of his time blocking for his tailback, and he's done a great job today. Sean Glover already over 100 yards.
Glover back in there at tailback, out of the eye. Took a breather and then gets the ball again. First time back down to the 40-yard line. Diaco in the trip up of Glover.
I guess when you think Big Ten, you think smash mouth football. Watch Steve Lee, the fullback, with the contact on 56, the linebacker in the hole. That is typical of just about every play that you'll see both these teams run. Fullback will be blocking linebackers and defensive ends, and there'll generally be a great collision.
We have less than 9 minutes to play in the first half of this game. Indiana has run 32 offensive plays. Iowa, 13.
You know what, though? This is a synopsis of both teams' season. You know, Indiana makes the big play, the fumble, and then Iowa comes back and runs a big play for a touchdown. That really sums up both squads.
8:48 left in the first half. 7-0 Iowa.
Hello from Plank Road, where our man Paul is ready with a simple little demonstration. This is watered down. Ooh, not pretty. This is not watered down. This is Ice House. It's ice brewed, never any watered down taste. And that's why Ice House is always so remarkably smooth when it's going down. So remember, watered down and not watered down. Ice House, thanks and enjoy.
Oh, you didn't get tomatoes?
Nah, I've been in kind of a rut lately, you know. I thought I'd mix it up a little bit. Whopper, no tomatoes.
Change your pace.
Exactly.
Expecting a weave and you bop.
Mm-hmm.
They're thinking zig, use egg.
Yeah.
You're a bold man.
The Whopper. It always tastes great because it's always fixed your way, with fries and a drink for just $2.99 every day at Burger King.
So, you out of your rut?
I believe I am.
You're rutless.
Enough with the ruts.
You've been ejected from the Rutmobile. No ruts, no glory.
Don't let a new car payment be a financial burden. Call 1-800-32-SMART. About Smart Lease by GMAC. It just might give you something you wouldn't mind carrying around. Don't let a new truck payment stretch you to the limit. Call 1-800-32-SMART. About Smart Lease by GMAC. It keeps new vehicles well within reach.
Big play, 3rd and 3 for Indiana. 7-0 Iowa.
8-man front.
Glover fighting his way through, but he's going to be stacked up short of first down yardage.
And as far as I'm concerned, if I'm Indiana, I picked up 2 of the 3. I think we're in 4-down territory. Be interesting to see the decision here. Do you go with the pooch punter, or do you, I go for it right now on 4th down?
4th down somewhere between 1 and 2.
Now, I think it's a short. To be honest with you, where that mark is, I think it's at most 1.
Out of the eye. Lee and Glover in the backfield. Greenlee. It's going to be close.
I don't think they're going to get it.
Greenlee. It's going to be very close.
I don't think it's there. I don't know why you run option there. You've run it twice before. It wasn't there for you. I don't come back to option again.
Ball will go back to Iowa on down.
8-man front. Watch the inside tackle by Bobby Diaco. Makes a great play right there. I just like the straight-ahead attack Indiana had going. I would not go horizontally at all. Look at this. Inside out, Bobby Diaco, 45, makes the tackle. You got to block Bobby Diaco if you're going to run option. That's a shame.
So a big stop by the Iowa defense. And the Hawkeyes take over. They come out with Shaw and Filer. And Sherman, their quarterback. And the pitch on a reverse again. This is Tim Dwight. Breaks a tackle across midfield, still going, and down inside the 40. The handoff to Shaw, and the reverse to Tim Dwight, who carried it 56 yards for a touchdown in the first quarter. A pickup of 24 this time.
Two biggest plays of the day. They put formation in the sideline, motion back into it, and then run the reverse away. The quarterback, Matt Sherman, throws a block out in front. Watch the legs of the Indiana guy right there trip him up. Timmy Dwight, almost 2 carries for 2 touchdowns.
2 carries, 80 yards rushing.
Not a bad average.
On first down, this is Filer working his way inside for a pickup of maybe a yard. Let's go down to the sideline to Kirk.
Well, Dwayne and Mike, I think you guys will like this. I'm standing right outside the visiting locker room at Kinnick Stadium, and as a cameraman goes, take a look at the walls. It's become a big kind of a tradition here at Iowa. I guess they do it at Carver Hawkeye Arena as well. They paint the opposing locker room pink to gain a psychological edge. I thought you guys might like that.
Kirk Herbstreit going where no man has gone before.
Oh, man. How'd you like to get ready for your big Big Ten tussle in a pink locker room?
Yeah, but so far, Indiana faring much better than most people thought they could be said to be in the pink right now. Down by only a touchdown as Shaw runs the ball down to the 35-yard line. 6:39 to play in the first half.
Pretty in pink.
Number 70.
There's Scott Slutzer, the tight end, and that's been a kind of a position with tradition here, because the tight end, not only have they had a bunch of good ones here, but also because they stand the tight end up vertically in their offensive line scheme. Watch this. Looks like a 250-pound wide receiver, but what it does is it gives them a second pair of eyes in the line of scrimmage.
They have both tight ends up this time, Slutzer and Price. And Sherman is dropped back at the 42-yard line. Lewis Kinnick in on the sack.
We talked about the tight end. Here he is standing up. He's going to run a little drag route across. The whole purpose there is to give the tight end a look at the secondary coverages and a quicker release off the line of scrimmage. If there's a downside, there's a good play right there. If there's a downside, it's that he can't block as effectively.
Gallery punts it into the end zone. And we have a timeout on the field with 5 minutes and 33 seconds left first half. 7-0 Iowa.
Hey gang, Jake here. You want rock hard abdominals? A slim, sexy waistline and a lower back that feels like $1 million bucks? Well, over 250,000 others have, and now you can. Because my Ab and Back Plus is now available in retail stores everywhere. The Ab and Back Plus in my Fit 4 workout will give you incredible results fast. With our torsion disc technology, it takes about 10 minutes 3 times a week to get you looking good and feeling great about yourself. Gang, this is one tough machine, welded from tubular steel and backed by a 25-year warranty. And it weighs only 38 pounds, and it's easy to store. And now you've got 2 ways to order. Stop by and pick one up, or call us if you'd like our easy payment plan and deliver. Slim, sexy waistline and the strong, healthy back. Don't quit.
leading at homecoming, 7-0 over Indiana, 5:33 left in the first half. Tip-off for the 1995 college basketball season is upon us with Midnight Madness starting at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time live on ESPN from the universities of Maryland, Virginia, and Michigan. ESPN2 into the act at 1 a.m. It'll be live from Kansas, Minnesota, and Mississippi State. Indiana takes over first and 10 from the Hoosier 20. Glover and Lee in the backfield. Glover hit at the 22-yard line. That's first carry on this series of downs. Damien Robinson up from the free safety spot made the stop.
Good job by Robinson. You called it correctly. Weak side flow, so the free safety has to get involved in run contain. Robinson did a good job on the one-on-one tackle.
Pick up a 3. Second down, 7.
End over situation for Indiana.
Greenlee lets it go and is hit. Boy, did he have heavy-duty pressure. He turned and let it fly for Darren Ward for the incompletion.
And Ward was wide open because they went end over, ran the backs away for a little naked bootleg, and the blitz ran right into the face of it, and nobody picked up Darren Ward. Look what happens on weak side. Blitz coming this way. Ward sneaks out in the flat, and there's nobody there. There he is.
They come out third down. Indiana 5 of 8 on third down conversion. Greenlee looking over the middle, has a receiver at the 40-yard line. That's Ward. First down, Darren Ward for a pickup of 17.
Good for Adam Greenlee. I just got done saying he couldn't get the ball vertically down the field, but they got the tight end Ward on a deep cross route about 15, 18 yards down the field. Good job stepping up into the pocket. What I like is he delivered the ball on time, held on to the football after a real good hit right there by Chris Jackson.
Indiana continues to hang on to the football. The first quarter fumble. The big mistake in this game from the Hoosier perspective. And this one will be incomplete. Glover just could not find the handle at the 43-yard line.
Good job by the fullback again, Steve Lee, picking up the blitz. They had man coverage with a back on the backer, but Glover just couldn't hold on to the football.
Now they run Rich Kearney into the game, replacing Stoner from the split end position on second and 10.
It's a tough down and distance for these guys. Second and 10, they generally, here comes blitz, or they've got an 8-man front.
And then Matthews wide to the right side. Greenlee is going to be dropped. Greenlee dropped by Lloyd Bickham. He's the 6'3" senior. He's a captain at nose guard.
This is a planned quarterback draw. Stop, plant, and go. Nothing to do with making a decision down the field. That's a quarterback draw all the way, and your senior co-captain, Lloyd Bickham, read the play, made the tackle.
A 3rd and 12 facing Indiana.
Tough call for offensive coordinator George Ballou. 3rd and 12. They've got 3 wides in the game for the first time.
Greenlee right back. Looking, scrambling. Out of Glover. Glover hit at the 43 from behind.
Flags are down, though. I think we might get a hold.
Procedure against Indiana. Iowa with the only touchdown that came on the reverse in the first quarter.
They say that
illegal formation, 5 in the backfield, decline, 4th down.
Good call to decline the penalty. They say you could call a hold on just about every play. Watch 60, Tom Lukowski get the left arm, the big meat hook around the floor. What do you think? Here comes a quick kick here. No huddle.
Lukowski in to do the kicking. He gets it away. Really guy backpedaling, but it's going to be over his head and will bounce into the end zone. Smedley could not get down there quickly enough to down it, so it will be a 1st and 10 as Iowa will start at its own 20-yard line. 3:26 to play in the first half. Indiana traditionally has been a tough opponent, particularly on homecoming for Iowa. Iowa just 40-38 with 5 ties overall on homecoming, and they were beaten by Indiana last year 27-20.
Well, you're picking the wrong team to play on homecoming. You know, you got to play that Division I AA school. Not Indiana.
Shaw and Filer come out in the backfield. Shaw is going to get the carry. Leaps over a man out across the 20 to about the 23-yard line.
They've got over 3 minutes left in the first half. It'll be interesting to see what offensive coordinator Don Patterson does with the last 3 minutes of the half. So far, the only offense generated, there's Don up in the booth. The only offense generated has been on the reverse to Dwight. I think you're going to see some play action to Cedric and see if Matt Sherman can work the ball down the field a little bit.
And Willie Guy in the game. Tim Dwight is out. Let's call it 2nd and a long 8. Guy in motion, coming to the left side.
Play action.
And Sherman looking. Now under pressure. He goes to the right side and throws it incomplete. Odom's the intended receiver on the right side. Heavy traffic over there as that ball sailed out of the reach of Odom.
We watched tape yesterday of Iowa. If I had one concern with the quarterback Sherman, it was delivering the ball late. Now watch Odom's cross across the field, man-to-man coverage wide open. If you get it to him early, it's no problem. But don't ever throw late across the middle. That's the cardinal sin. They're lucky they got away without an interception.
Sherman 1 of 3 for 16 yards today. Banks and Shaw.
Man-to-man coverage.
Split backfield.
Chess match right now, Dwayne. They checked off, and so did the defense.
Sherman has a man open at the 42. That's Tim Dwight, and it's going to be incomplete. Dwight will argue that he gathered it in, but the call is going to be that it hit the ground first.
Now, we'll see on a replay, but it was very, from up here, I thought it bounced. But Matt Sherman did an excellent job against blitz. The fullback picked up the linebacker. Sherman's going to show some nifty feet to stay away and make the pass. Now watch his feet here. Does a good job there. Steps up. Now he's going to throw the football, get hit late. Wasn't a particularly devastating hit. Kinnick wouldn't get off his legs, and Sherman didn't like it. Now let's take a look at the catch. I think he might have gotten the hands underneath the football there. That looked like a great catch by Tim Dwight.
Dwight was upset, and we saw for a moment a shot of Hayden Fry. He wasn't very happy about it.
Did we just get an unsportsmanlike on our quarterback? Couldn't have happened, could it? They're moving the ball back. How often, Dwayne, have you seen an unsportsmanlike penalty called not on the quarterback, but on the quarterback, if you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, he wasn't very happy about Lewis Pinnock staying around as long as he did.
Now, that's a big break now, because that's a dead ball foul, so it's 4th down. You're going to get the football back. Great possession as long as you handle it cleanly, and still plenty of time before the end of the half.
Nick Gallery in to do the punting. He'll punt it out of his end zone. He's averaging 41 yards a punt today. Stoner back for Indiana. And this is going to result in good field position for Indiana. They'll have the ball at around the 36 or 37-yard line in Iowa territory. We have 2:25 to play in the half. 7-0 Iowa on the 25-yard punt.
Don't let a new car payment be a financial burden. Call 1-800-32-SMART. About Smart Lease by GMAC. It just might give you something you wouldn't mind carrying around. Don't let a new car payment get you all wound up. Call 1-800-32-SMART about Smart Lease by GMAC. It can put a new spin on affordability.
Hey, it's me again. The little guy. Back with TGI Friday's 3 new Cajun dishes. Just take a look at this. Friday's new Cajun Angels. Juicy shrimp wrapped in bacon, rolled in Cajun spices, and served with a Creole mustard sauce. And called Cajun Angels because the people at Friday's know how much I hate the word shrimp.
Try one of Friday's new Cajun dishes and get a free Oreo Madness for dessert.
Indiana with great field position, trailing 7-0. They come out with Glover and Lee in the backfield. The ball on the Iowa 36, and Glover gets the call. He will carry it to the 30 and falls forward for perhaps another yard. They have great field position. Part of that a result of that unsportsmanlike conduct. And for more on that, let's go to Kirk.
Well, Dwight and Mike, a little bit of confusion as far as that late, the dead ball personal foul. Some people thought it was on the quarterback. I had a pretty good view of it just standing here in the end zone. It was on the tight end Slutzker coming to defend his quarterback. He pushed Lewis Pinnock out of the pile, and that was the penalty.
Glover on 2nd down and 2.5 straight ahead, and he will pick up the 1st down.
For the record, I didn't think Slutzker did a whole lot. We saw on that replay to warrant 15 yards. But let's if you're Bill Mallory right now, you're looking at the ball at the 25-yard line. Worst case, you've got a 42-yard field goal attempt. You have to come out of this series with points on the board.
1st and 10. Greenlee trying to turn the corner, and he is dropped. Greenlee caught from behind. LaFleur on the stop.
8-man front, little bootleg. John LaFleur from the inside out. I thought Greenlee might have had a chance to get to the corner, but LaFleur did a nice job reacting to bootleg, dragging him down from behind.
2nd down, 11. Greenlee in the air, has a completion inside the 10 to Ward. Ward takes it down inside the 10, across the 5, and the ball's going to be placed near the 4-yard line, a pickup of 21.
How about Adam Greenlee and Darren Ward? Just a little seam pattern in behind the linebackers in front of the safeties for a key 1st down.
It's 1st and goal, just across the 5.
Double tight end.
Ward and Kuzma. The give straight ahead. Glover battling toward that goal line. Robinson on the stop.
There's really good hitting going on at the point of attack today. Fullback made a great block on the linebacker, and the free safety came in, made the key hit on the 2-yard line. Good stuff up front.
Glover, 23 carries, 126 yards. 42 seconds left in the 1st half. Indiana trying to get into that end zone, trailing by a touchdown. Boy, what a 1st half we've had here. From the Indiana perspective, they have to be sky high, trailing by a touchdown here. Iowa 7 and Indiana nothing.
The Big Ten Conference, celebrating 100 years of athletic and academic excellence.
Second and goal from the 1. All the big men are in there. Ward and Klusmeyer. The 2 tight ends again on the double tight end set out of the eye. Glover tripped up, trying to fall forward, and he's across the goal line. Glover into the end zone for the Indiana touchdown on a 1-yard carry. It's 7-6. Indiana got into the end zone. Glover on the carry.
This is just big on big here. Fullback on linebacker Rollins. Diaco in the hole. Second effort, touchdown.
The point after touchdown attempt is up and good. So Bill Montopoulos converts the point after touchdown to tie this game in the closing seconds of the first half. Just 38 seconds left, and Indiana scores a touchdown to tie. What a first half for the Hoosiers.
You know, we've been saying how happy Indiana is to be involved in this ball game, but if you really look at the statistics in the first half, Iowa's been thoroughly dominated. One big play for Iowa for a touchdown, and outside of that, they're shut down.
So it's a tie game with 38 seconds remaining. Coming up at the half, be sure and stay tuned for the GMAC halftime report here on ESPN2. Give you all the scores and highlights and much more from the day's activity. Total yards, Indiana with 190, Iowa with 117, and when you subtract 80 of those on the 2 reverses, it kind of gives you an idea how Indiana has dominated for Bill Mallory in the first half of this game. White and Banks deep for Iowa.
Offside
flag on the kickoff.
A little offsides Indiana, I believe.
So the penalty against Indiana. Coming up next Saturday, ESPN2 offers a full day of college football. 12:30, a Big Ten clash when Wisconsin meets surprising Northwestern. And at 5, stay on top of all the action on Sports Night, the college football edition.
You know, I asked Cedric Shaw the question yesterday. I spent some time with him after practice, and I said, are you concerned about you and your teammates looking past Indiana? He said, oh, no, because, you know, this is homecoming. They beat us last year. We want to beat them, but I kind of think it is a natural tendency to let down when you're looking at Penn State and Ohio State the next 2 weeks.
When that schedule gets tough the rest of the year, you break it out for Iowa. That's Tim Dwight deep, along with Damien Banks.
But there's really just a natural tendency when you're talking about 20-year-old kids to say, hey, we're going to spank Indiana, but we've got Penn State and Ohio State on the horizon.
Romanopoulos to kick it away after converting the point after touchdown. This one is clean. And it will bounce into the end zone. Dwight letting it bounce, and he downs it, so it will go 1st and 10 from their own 20. Here's the breakout on the schedule for Iowa following this one. Penn State, Ohio State, Northwestern, Wisconsin. Mike, look at the combined records of the opponents.
You know, you can give them some justifiable abuse when you talk about their non-league schedule with Northern Iowa and Iowa State, New Mexico State, but look at what's left. That's a brutal run.
38 seconds left to play. First half. Odoms and Dwight wide. And the give to Shaw, and the ball is loose. The ball loose. Picked up by Indiana, and I think the Hoosiers are going to come out of this with possession. And how about that? With just 30 seconds left in the first half, they tied it with 38 seconds left, and on the first play, they come up with a fumble. Now
Shaw,
the Hoosiers have one timeout left.
Watch Shaw fumble, and I think somebody picks it up from Indiana, and then they fumble it. Football gets lost when he hits his own tight end. Ball is on the ground. Now look. One of the Indiana defensive linemen had it, tried to run with it, and then lost it again, and they picked it up again. Wow, what an opportunity.
Glover and Lee come out. The offset eye. Glover trying to turn the corner, and he's in trouble at the 18-yard line.
See, that's where lack of speed can get to you. Michael Batts, Alex Smith would get to that corner, but he couldn't get past Hilgenberg because he just flat out can't run fast enough.
Down to 10 seconds, now 9 as they call for time. Stopping the clock. They're looking at 2nd and 11. Now the ball on the 18-yard line. Indiana burning its final timeout here in the first half.
Now you've got to be real careful here. 9 seconds is not a lot of time. If you've got to get out of bounds or an incomplete pass because you don't have enough time to run your field goal unit out there. Bill Mallory has a difficult decision to make. You do have time to run one play, but you just have to be careful of where it's going.
And Manopoulos for the year is 5 of 8 in the field goal department. His longest is 45 yards.
I think Mallory's making the decision based on his new quarterback. If you have Chris Ditto in the game, maybe you take one shot at the end zone. I think with Greenlee in the game, you say, hey, we've got good field position. Let's not take a chance. Manopoulos was all Big Ten 2 years ago, so let's give him the shot at 3.
So this attempt will come from the 24, a 34-yard attempt. His longest of the year, 45, and this one is up, and it is good. Manopoulos has converted on the field goal attempt of 34 yards, and that will give Indiana a 10-7 lead.
I think some of the Iowa guys questioned whether or not that got through. Let's take a look from the high end zone camera. Typically a hook. Now extend it vertically, the end zone right up. I don't know. Boy, is that a tough call, huh?
Oh, yes, it is a tough call.
We're seeing it at the far end of its flight, but remember, what you do is you have to extend the upright up vertically, and then you make a judgment call as a ref. Boy, was that tight. But when you're 2 and 3 and things are going against you, you'll take anything you can get.
It counts for 3 for Indiana, and the Hoosiers have a 10-7 lead now with 6 seconds left. The 6th field goal of the year for Bill Manopoulos. And he will do the kicking again with Dwight and Banks deep for Iowa. So the Hoosiers have hung close, and they have taken the lead in the closing seconds of the first half. Into the end zone and through. So Iowa will start with 6 seconds left on the first half clock.
I'll tell you one thing. If I play for the Iowa Hawkeyes, I'm finding a corner of the end zone where, a corner of the locker room where Hayden can't see me, because I would not want to be in that locker room right now. I mean, I'm getting away from the chalkboard. I'm getting away from anything that might be thrown. I'm getting behind things. I'm going to find some of the linemen and hide behind them.
Well, the visitors' locker room might be pink, but this Hawkeye locker room likely to be red.
Maybe they're going to change the locker rooms that have. I don't know. If you're behind, you go to the pink locker room.
And contact on the snap as the first half is over. And what a first half it has been. Reminder now that GMAC halftime report is coming up next. The surprising halftime score from Iowa, Indiana 10 and Iowa 7. Hookeyes are playing their homecoming game against the Hoosiers of Indiana. And the Indiana Hoosiers are not being very good guests. They have a 10-7 lead, and Mike, they have run over twice as many plays in the first half as have the Iowa Hawkeyes.
You know, it's been a real surprise so far here in the first half. Cedric Shaw has been taken out of the game. I think you've got to give credit both to the Indiana offense, especially their offensive line for controlling the football, and that front seven defensively.
Well, Iowa jumped out in front very early, and that's what I think a lot of people thought would happen. But Indiana put a quick stop to all of that.
Indiana took the ball right down the field, fumbled on the first possession. They came back, Iowa, with a big play with Tim Dwight, and all of a sudden it's 7-0, and we're thinking maybe it's a runaway. That certainly didn't happen.
Sean Glover has been a big part of the Indiana success in the first half of this game, as they had to dig down maybe 3 deep in their depth chart. Glover has turned out to be the player of the game so far.
He's in a situation where 30 years from now he's going to tell his grandkids, yeah, Granddad had 200 and some yards in his only start as a college player.
And the Hoosiers are up 10-7 at the half over the Hawkeyes of Iowa.
I want to know about meeting that special someone.
Sorry, can't help you there.
I want to know more about a diet I can live with.
No way, not in this commercial.
I want to know more about Rogaine.
Rogaine with minoxidil?
Yeah.
Anybody else?
Yeah.
Okay. Just call this number now for a free information kit on Rogaine topical solution. It could help answer your questions because it's filled with all kinds of facts about Rogaine. And because you need a prescription to get Rogaine, we'll send you a list of local doctors and special money-saving offers to help you decide if Rogaine is right for you.
But I want to know right now.
We'll mail it to you today. So what are you waiting for? Call now for your free information kit. Call 1-800-336-9992.
Hey, Dartmouth is leading Yale 9-7 in the third quarter, but that's not the only reason I came back. Some of the other scores that we told you about earlier have changed since last we spoke. Florida State, they're actually up 13-0 now, and you can change there right now with this fancy equipment. Rock Preston has just got in a 5-yard touchdown run that followed Danny Cannell's pass to Melvin Pearsall. Florida State 13-0. Nebraska and Missouri is 7-0. Up goes Frazier. Tommy Frazier with the touchdown run. They just started the second quarter. Nebraska with the lead in that one. SMU and Texas A&M. Dante Womack, a 68-yard touchdown run. SMU has the lead in that one, 7-0, the midway through the first quarter. And Penn State was down against Purdue. They've just taken the lead now. It's actually 16-13 Penn State. Brett Conway with 2 field goals. Right now, we send it back out to Dwayne and Mike. Enjoy the second half and their call.
Indiana 10, Iowa 7 at halftime from Kinnick Stadium in Iowa City, Iowa. It's homecoming, better than 70,000 fans on hand, and we'll go to the sideline now to Kirk Herbstreit.
Well, Dwayne and Mike, in talking to the two coaches of both sides, it's very obvious right now that Indiana is very, very confident going into the locker room at halftime. Talking to the coaches, they feel that offensively they want to continue to control the line of scrimmage, and also they did a nice job early in the first half of finding some seams in the zone defense, and Adam Greenlee, who I thought had a pretty good first half, did a great job of finding the tight end vertically. Look for that to continue in the second half, and on Iowa's side, it's a matter of regaining their composure, getting the home field advantage back, because right now that's been taken away. And also talking to the offensive coordinator, look for them to do a little bit more play action passes on first down. They were 90% run in the first half. Look for them to mix it up a little bit more here in the second half.
When the afternoon started, the focus was on Cedric Shaw, but not for long. Sean Glover has taken that spotlight, and so far has been outstanding for Indiana.
Sean Glover doesn't have great breakaway speed, but let's give that Indiana offensive line some credit. They've controlled the line of scrimmage. They've pushed the pile with Glover. He's averaging over 5 yards a carry. And I'll tell you what, on both sides of the line of scrimmage, so far, Indiana has been dominant.
Indiana will get the football. Stoner and Elam's.
Number 31, Joey.
Will be the deep men.
I like Kirk's point talking to the offensive coordinator at Iowa about play action on first down. I think that's a very important implementation here in the second half for Iowa.
Romano will kick off. And Eric Thigpen of the specialty team exhorting the 70,000-plus crowd to become a factor. Indiana has controlled the ball and the game through the first 2 quarters. Romano to do the kicking. And Stoner watches it bounce by him and through the end zone. So it will be 1st and 10 from the 20. First half statistics. Indiana 11 first downs, Iowa 5. They've won the rushing battle. Yards in the air.
You know, Dwayne, I don't always believe in time of possession as being an important stat, but in that first half it was. Almost twice as much time Indiana. That means when Iowa did get the football, they didn't have a lot of time to do anything with it.
Glover and Lee in the backfield. 2 wide receivers on the right side. And Glover gets the call to the 26. Wrestled to the ground as he approached the 27-yard line. So Sean Glover picking right up where he left off as Bobby Diaco made the stop on it.
That look familiar? I mean,
Or
look
the
just
same.
like the first half. Push the pile. Diaco makes the tackle 7 yards downfield.
Indiana coming out. 2nd and 3. Glover stepping his way up the middle and into first down territory before Vernon Rollins brought him down. Indiana coming in 2 and 3, 0 and 2 in the Big Ten, and the last 4 times out they've had just terrible time in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, they were okay the first game of the year against Western Michigan, but let's face it, last 4 games, no points. This is a critical situation for them right now to continue their momentum.
Orion Wilkerson wide to the left side, and the give to Glover again, pushing his way out to the 40 and beyond. Tom Knight in from the corner to make the stop on Glover.
We talked about the importance of the fullback. Watch 37 in the I offense. He gets the kick-out block on Innis Inge, and that opens up the corner. It wasn't a 20-yard gain, but it was a first down or close to a first down. They just continue to push the pile and pick up 4 to 5 yards a pop.
They come up just inches short of a first down on that carry by Glover. So it will be 2nd and very short to go for the first down.
Here's one where you might even take a shot. 2nd and inches. How about a little double tight play action and see if you can sneak your tight end or somebody down the field. High formation, running set.
They keep it on the ground as Glover gets the call and the first down. So Indiana continues to dominate the ground game.
Iowa's defense has been very strong against the run this year. Take a look at the graphic. 91 yards allowed per game, 2nd in the Big Ten. Today we're already at 152 early in the 3rd quarter. Is it strength of schedule or is it talent?
Double tight end set. And the pass incomplete at the 48-yard line, intended for Klusmeyer.
Had trouble with naked boot all day. The ends and linebackers for Iowa are doing a good job not going with fake. Guards, look, a little fake on the toss, but he's just not getting any time because in that case, George Bennett, the outside linebacker, is not buying into the toss sweep fake.
Greenlee 7 of 15 for 62 yards. He came into this game 13 out of 27, hitting 47% of the time for a little better than 90 yards for the year. Wilkerson One of the wide receivers. Split backs. Greenlee on that draw. Looking for room and out to the 45, and that's it. Chris Jackson came up to make the stop.
Third time today we've seen quarterback draw. Chris Ditto will not run it 3 times in his career, but you're trying to take advantage of what he does well. 5-step drop, plant, and go. Now, he's not the quickest kid in the world either. Okay, he's a nifty runner, but he's not real fast. Chris Jackson on the tackle.
Greenlee, 7 for a -3 as we saw Ditto there on the sideline. Greenlee in there because of the injury to Ditto. Here's a pass on 3rd and long to Wilkerson. Wilkerson into Iowa territory, short of a first down. Knight defending.
The key to that play is that Sean Glover, 33, left your screen, recognizes blitz, and look at the block on Vernon Rollins, the linebacker. Excellent job.
So a punting situation. That's Guy. And Dwight deep as the ball is punted out of bounds. 24-yard punt. And with 12 minutes and 21 seconds left in the 3rd quarter, Iowa will get the football. We'll be back with the score 10-7 Indiana.
When Dave Thomas created Wendy's spicy chicken filet sandwich, he said, if we're going to make it spicy,
well, it's a start.
Let's really make it spicy.
Now we're getting closer.
So he seasoned a whole chicken breast filet by adding his own special blend of pepper and spices. And he kept on seasoning until it was perfect.
Bingo.
Come and try Wendy's spicy chicken filet sandwich, because
when you're hot, you're hot.
4th and inches. Coach Vernon, he likes to punt.
Huh? No way. Oh! Check this out.
Attention, Coach Vernon. Go for it. Be a man.
Oh, what do you know, Steve? They're going to go for it. Just a reminder, when you've got the great taste of an ice cold Miller Lite, life is good.
Do you like my new hat?
Kozak drops back to pass.
Jones is open in the end zone.
Throws it to Jones, who drops the ball.
Bad toss.
Should have punted.
Yep.
Are the mad ones, the ones who are mad to live, mad to talk, mad to be saved, desirous of everything at the same time. The ones who never yawn or say a commonplace thing, but burn, burn, burn like fabulous yellow Roman candles, exploding like spiders across the stars. And in the middle, you see the blue center light pop, and everybody goes, oh.
First and 10 for Iowa on the 25-yard line. Matt Sherman quarterbacking the Hawkeyes. And he's passing on 1st and 10. Tim Dwight out at the 32-yard line, but the ball hit the ground first. An incomplete pass for Matt Sherman.
That was a poor pass by Matt Sherman, but I think it shows you what they're going to try and do here in the 2nd half. Throw the ball on 1st down, get away from some of their running tendencies. Take a look at that number. He's averaging 202 yards a game in the air. First half, he had 16 yards, 1 for 4.
This is Cedric Shaw. Shaw hit at the 28-yard line. A flag on the play. Nathan Davis brought him down.
Big tight end, Scott Slutzker, pulled on that, did a nice job on the seal block. But I think we're going to take it back.
Penalty coming against Iowa.
You don't see the clip much anymore, but that's exactly what that's going to be. And if they don't decline the penalty, it'll be half the distance to the goal line.
Flipping. Offense. Half the distance. 2nd down.
It'll be a 2nd down and long yardage for Iowa. Shaw gained 14 yards on his first carry today. His longest gain since then has been 6 yards. He's coming off that 250-yard performance against Michigan State.
Don't forget, last week at Michigan State, Iowa trailed 7-6 at halftime.
2nd and 22. They trail 10-7 at the moment. Sherman looking across the middle, and he has a receiver at the 28-yard line. Tim Dwight, who takes it across the 30, down at the 32. A pickup of 19. Setting up a 3rd and close to 3.
Iowa's vertical passing attack is deep crossing routes. Here's Smedley trying to figure out whether to go deep or up in front. And there it is. The crossing receiver, Dwight. Had that ball been thrown in stride, Smedley never makes that tackle.
They give him yardage out to the 33, so it's 3rd and 2nd. Third and 2. The swing to Shaw. Around the corner to 40. Bumped out of bounds at the 46-yard line. First down. Sherman to Shaw. And Ellums bumped him out.
The key to that play is making sure you hit the running back in stride so he doesn't have to wait for the football. Because then if it's a foot race, you're going to win. See the left of your screen, Shaw's going out. Where's the backer? He's not going to catch him. And now, when he's in the open field, he's going to run away from people. Good job leading the ball carrier, the pass receiver where it needs to go.
6th first down of the game for Iowa. That's all for the Hawkeyes.
Sees the 8-man front.
Coming to the right side, and he has Willie Guy into Indiana territory at the 46. Willie Guy, the senior out of Memphis, a 2-time Letterman, the receiver.
Here's the advantage to the back pedal. He reads on the pre-read blitz. He backpedals out 3-step, and you can come back weak side easier on the back pedal than when having to turn your shoulders and your whole body around from the standard drop back.
2nd down coming. A long one.
Checking off again.
Shaw on the carry. He has the first down. Brought down by Baisley.
One thing in common among these Indiana defensive players, they can all run. Jamie Baisley, the middle linebacker, is a former safety. They feel very comfortable, even though they're a bit undersized in the front 7, that they can get to the football because of their team speed.
Odom's into the game for Iowa. Wide to the right side, wide on the left side, and Dwight, the receiver, he's got him at the 35-yard line as he spins inside the 35 to the 33. Tim Dwight on the pass from Sherman.
Seeing a different Iowa offense here, throwing the football on first down. 5-step drop, get it out on time. Good job. Now watch the licks we take right here. Fight, fight, fight. Timmy Dwight is just a tough kid.
He leaves, and Willie Guy in there in his place. Dwight with 3 catches for 46 yards.
And a couple of rushes for 80.
Yep.
He's been the offense so far.
Slugger and Price, both tight ends in the game.
Change the strength of the formation. Cross motion.
Price in motion. Shaw looking for room, trying to cut back. Shaw picking up yardage short of the 25. Ellums coming up from the corner spot to make the stop on Cedric Shaw.
Shaw does a great job trying to set up his blocks. They cross motion to a strength to the right side. Setting it up. Now he makes the cut. Nobody blocked number 31, Joey Ellums, is the corner who had contained. That young man's really a good football player, Cedric Shaw.
Ball at the 26. 2nd down, 3. Sherman has a man.
Better tackle him.
It's a completion across the 20, and the call is going to be that he was down there as Damon Gibson, a sophomore out of Houston, comes up with a reception.
Now, I know his knee was down, but if I'm a defensive back, I didn't hear a whistle up here. Whenever there's some uncertainty, you better just make sure. Watch the knee. College football, he's down right there. No question if that's the correct call. Both knees go down.
They place the ball at the 19. 1st and 10. Iowa out opening the game here in the 3rd quarter.
easily their most consistent drive of the day.
Odom's wide to the right side. 1st and 10, and Shaw gets the call. Tripped at the line of scrimmage, but he gets away and takes it down to the 15 and falls forward. We have flags. Flags on the play down at the 14-yard line. 2nd and 3rd effort by Cedric Shaw.
Late flag came down. I think we're going to get a personal foul. Yep. Indiana, half the distance from the 15, will take it down to the 7.5, 1st and goal. Now, the reason I like Cedric Shaw so much, 202 pounds, but watch, in addition to the quickness, watch the strength. He runs out of 2 arm tackles, and then watch him put a punishing hit on the free safety. That's just extra effort. Here comes the late hit from the right of your screen.
So it will back Indiana's defense back down to about the 7-yard line. 1st down for Iowa. 1st and goal from the 7.
1 back offense, 2 tight ends and 2 wide receivers.
Shaw the lone back. Price motion to the right side, and Shaw's going that way. He will take it into the end zone for the touchdown. Cedric Shaw into the end zone to give Iowa the lead. It comes at 8:30 in the 3rd quarter. Shaw scoring his 6th touchdown of the year. A 7-yard run. And the Hawkeyes take a 13-10 lead. On the point after, Robert pops it through. 8:30 left in the 3rd quarter. Iowa 14, Indiana 10.
Raise your right hand and repeat after me.
From this day forward, you will be the most important part of the toughest, strongest, smartest army in the world. You will be a soldier. Where else can you be all this and earn this? $30,000 for college.
Be all that you can be.
Hey gang, Jake here. You want rock-hard abdominals? A slim, sexy waistline and a lower back that feels like $1 million bucks? Well, over 250,000 others have, and now you can. Because my Ab and Back Plus is now available at retail stores everywhere. The Ab and Back Plus in my Fit 4 workout will give you incredible results fast. With our torsion disc technology, it takes about 10 minutes 3 times a week to get you looking good and feeling great about yourself. Gang, this is one tough machine, welded from tubular steel and backed by a 25-year warranty. And it weighs only 38 pounds, and it's easy to store. And now you've got 2 ways to order. Stop by and pick one up, or call us if you'd like our easy payment plan and delivery right to your home. I guarantee you're gonna love the difference this machine can make. You can have rock-hard abs, a slim, sexy waistline, and the strong, healthy back you've always wanted. Call us or stop by your favorite retailer right now. Don't quit.
Iowa has taken a 14-10 lead with 8:30 to play in the 3rd quarter. Cedric Shaw scoring in his 8th straight game, taking it in from 7 yards out, capping a 75-yard drive in 9 plays. Stoner and Ellums deep. And the kickoff taken at the 5 by Ellums. Out to the 20 and across.
Now that last touchdown was scored on the counter tray popularized by John Madden with the Redskins. Now look at this. Guard pulls out Purdy. Verba pulls out. We're looking for the kick and the seal on the corner. The tailback will do the rest. There comes Purdy. Verba in behind him. 1 block, 2 blocks. Like taking candy from a baby. Great job by Shaw.
And it gives Iowa the lead. Now Glover and Lee in the backfield. Dorian Wilkerson in the game as well. Glover is caught. Never did get back to the line of scrimmage. Bobby Diaco from his linebacking spot in on the tackle. He leads the Iowa defensive squad in tackles.
Watch Diaco right here. Nobody touches him. He reads the play front side, runs into the hole created by the pulling man. Tackle in the backfield. You sense a little change in momentum here, Dwayne?
Well, Iowa came out all business on that first possession. A loss of 2. It's 2nd and 12. Greenlee will go to the air and throws an interception at the 27-yard line. Chris Jackson could not hang on. A near interception. Jackson thought he had it picked off. Jackson breaks it up. The intended receiver was the tight end, Darren Ward. So it goes to 3rd and 12.
Adam Greenlee's got to be concerned now not to lose the ball game early in the 3rd quarter. You can't throw that pass even under pressure.
Good backfield. Greenlee looking. And he has a completion to Ward. Ward up the right sideline and out near the 35.
That one scared me too. I mean, that was very close to another interception by Chris Jackson. This is just a tight end crossing route. 5-step drop. The tight end comes across the middle, and Jackson goes for the interception. Good catch by Darren Ward, and a very fortunate first down for Indiana.
They needed 12. They got 14. Ward's 3rd catch. He has a total of 54 yards for the afternoon for those 3 receptions.
I'm not sure a wide receiver has a reception yet.
Greenlee round the right side, upended at the 43-yard line as he falls forward, close to first down yardage. Damien Robinson got it.
That's the first successful option they've run today. They're going to pull the front side guard, 59. And there's the cut right up in front by Greenlee. Mihalik, the guard, makes the good block.
2nd down and 1. The eye. Glover gets the call straight up the middle. Bounces off one man and picks up an additional yard or 2. Sean Glover, who had a great first half.
Just move the chains again. You've got to be impressed with the front line for Indiana. Lewinsky, the left tackle, his first game back. He's next to Bukowski, the center side. Mihalik and Williams on the other side just to control the line of scrimmage.
First down and 10. Ball in their own 48-yard line. Glover counters up the middle, and he picks up about 5. Robinson in on the stop. Let's go downstairs where Kirk Herbstreit is standing by.
Well, Dwight and Mike, I don't know if you can tell from upstairs, but Adam Greenlee, I'm very impressed with his poised attitude this afternoon. Had a chance to just kind of share a few thoughts at halftime with him. And I told him, I said, you look as though you've been a 4-year starter. He said, I'll tell you what, as long as I've practiced, I've been out here in my dreams. I've been thinking about this. And I kind of expected him to be a little erratic, a little excited. But I'll tell you what, if you look in his eyes, he looks very, very poised.
Well, when you're a walk-on, as you know, Kirk, in a Big Ten practice, if you're a walk-on, you're going up against that first-team defense as the look squad quarterback every day.
Yeah, that's
true. That's your own form of pressure right there for 5 years.
My good point. And on top of that, Iowa's done a good job of disguising coverages here in the second half. And he had a big 3rd down situation there. He did a great job of sitting back in the pocket and finding the open receiver. You got to be impressed with what he's done so far.
I didn't like the pass right before that, but we'll forget about it.
Come to the line of scrimmage, looking for 5 on 2nd down. Offset eye. Glover approaching first down yardage before he is stopped. So Glover continues to roll. Vernon Rollins, the linebacker, in on the stop of Sean Glover.
I just can't say enough about this front 5, the tight end, and the fullback, Steve Lee. They just continue to dominate Iowa's front 7.
We have an official timeout for a measurement. Glover, 33 carries for in the neighborhood of 160, call it 163 yards for Glover. What a day.
I'm telling you, he's going to tell his grandson, at one start, I ran for 200 yards, and they didn't play me anymore.
Well, he picks up another first down here. So the Hoosiers continue to march. Iowa leading by 4, 14 to 10. Indiana led at the half, 10-7. Glover caught as he approached the line of scrimmage this time. He ran into Bickham, the nose guard, 270-pound senior out of Chicago.
8-man front with a blitz. You know they're looking for run on first down.
Second down, a little better than 10. Let's call it 2nd and 11.
Interested to see what they come up with now on 2nd and 10. You go back to the power, throw the ball, or run option.
Wilkerson in as a wide receiver. Greenlee floats it up for one of his tight ends. It's going to go incomplete, intended for Darren Ward. Thrown out of his reach. 3rd and long.
Every time they get into 2nd or 3rd and long, Iowa is blitzing. Look how many guys are in the box right there. There's 8 guys in the box. It's pure man-to-man. They're expecting, look at the cross route right there. No chance. Too much heat on the quarterback.
Dorian Wilkerson comes out wide to the left side. Stoner split wide to the right. Split backfield. Greenlee straight back. Comes to the left sideline and has an incomplete pass intended for Wilkerson, who was in the neighborhood.
Shell Greenlee looked back in the sun to see if the sun was a problem. Wilkerson was almost running like he was a decoy on that play. Had no idea where the football was. Take a look at Wilkerson.
Sitkowski to punt. We have Guy and Dwight deep. And this punt into the end zone. So Iowa will take over 1st and 10 from the 20, leading 14 to 10 with 4:43 left in the 3rd quarter.
Are you ready? It's coming. Prepare yourself for a major bomb threat. The season is here, and so is the magazine that defines it all. ESPN's College Basketball, the best and brightest Bible of hoop stats and team previews, picks and predictions, coaching tips, and crunch time coverage. So if you're a fan or a fanatic, buy it, read it, know your stuff. Because if college hoops is a way of life, then ESPN's College Basketball magazine is your guide. On newsstands now.
To unlock your body's potential, we proudly offer Soloflex. 32 old-fashioned iron-pumping exercises, each correct in form and balance, all on a simple machine that fits in the corner of your home. For a free brochure, call anytime.
It's time for the NHL. So when they ice it, hook it, save it, stick it, stop it, play it, and score it, you'll need to know. NHL Tonight on ESPN2. News, features, and highlights. Sports Center for the hockey addict. Tuesday through Saturday at 11:30 p.m. As the clock winds down, the season heats up on ESPN2.
Indiana led at halftime, 10-7. The Hawkeyes with a 3rd quarter touchdown, up 14-10 as Sherman directs the offense for Iowa. He's going to pass 1st and 10. He's going deep along the right sideline, and it's overthrown. The pass intended for Tim Dwight. So the Hawkeyes have come out attempting to dominate in the 3rd quarter. The reverse for Indiana.
We documented a little bit earlier. that Indiana has not scored a point in the last 4 games in the third quarter. It was 31-0 coming into today. Now they're down 7-0 in this particular quarter. Key series now. They just gave up a touchdown. The offense was forced to punt it away. Can the defense step it back up and play?
Dwight and Carter wide on the left side on 2nd and 10. And a pass thrown behind Rashard Carter. The sophomore split in. So it'll be 3rd and 10.
Now, offensive coordinator Don Patterson told us yesterday that one of the biggest attributes of Sherman is his accuracy. And he's been a little bit off today. Has not thrown the ball as well as I expected him to. Really hasn't gotten into a rhythm yet.
Carter leaves the game and Gibson back in. Sherman 6 of 12 for 75 yards on the day. Dwight wide along with Gibson. Sherman right back to pass on 3rd and 10. Was hit as he let it go over the middle. An incomplete pass, and Sherman helped up by one of his offensive linemen. So 3 incomplete passes, and they'll punt the ball away.
Now from the reverse angle, you get a look at the pass rush. Coming up the field, Hammerstein forcing him right into the arms, I believe, of Willis Kinnick.
This punt with some carry. Stone has trouble corralling it. Finally picks it up at the 6 to the 10. Looking for any kind of opening, and out of bounds just across the 10-yard line. That's going to go as a 75-yarder.
Now, let's not forget, Nick Gallery, the punter for Iowa, would be leading the country in punting average if he had enough attempts. He only had 9 kicks coming in, averaging 49 yards a kick. Not enough attempts to qualify in the NCAAs, and they're netting 41 after the return. They're great numbers.
Indiana out. Wilkerson, one of the wide receivers. The backfield stacked in the eye. Glover tripped up behind the line of scrimmage. Bickham coming up big here in the second half.
Bickham's doing a nice job, but Iowa's changed some things at halftime. And what they're doing with their front 7 is they're blitzing on almost every run down. Not to blitz for a pass, not to try and get up the field, but to block every gap. Diaco and Rollins are coming in on every down, doing a great job. Makes it tougher on the offensive run block scheme for Indiana.
Kearney and Wilkerson wide on the left side. Greenlee will keep the ball. Now he gets rid of it, and it is a complete pass.
How about that?
He got Kearney. Flag on the play.
Now, how special is this? This is walk-on to walk-on.
I wonder if he was
beyond
out in front of the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Or a lineman downfield. Loss of down. Line of scrimmage was the 11-yard line. He cuts it up the field. He's at the 12. He's at the 11. That's very, very close right there. It's between the 11 and the 10 he delivered.
Illegal forward pass. Quarterback was beyond the line of scrimmage. Loss of down. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
11-yard line. Yeah, that's a good call. Now, that was Greenlee a walk-on, completing it to Kearney, a former walk-on, both of whom have justifiably earned scholarships. Kind of a neat tradition here in both of these programs. Walk-ons can play.
So the penalty results in a 3rd down. 3rd and 14. Greenlee, a mix-up, fumble. The ball carried back toward the end zone. Confusion from Indiana, and boy, oh boy, you talk about mistakes.
Wow, Mikowski came up with it, but you can hear the crowd. This homecoming crowd is back into it. Let's see what happens. Bad handoff, looking to run draw, a little reverse handoff draw. The ball comes loose. Number 60, Lukowski, comes up with it on the 1-yard line. Dangerous situation for Indiana.
Sitkowski to do the punting. They drop Tim Dwight and Willie Guy back for Iowa. He'll be on the very back line of the end zone.
Boy, that's an uncomfortable position for a punter.
Sophomore punter, Alan Sitkowski. He's a former walk-on. Moves it out to the 45. Taken at the 49-yard line. Tim Dwight looking to turn the corner. Just about broke the tackle. And it's dropped at the 49-yard line in Indiana territory.
Chris Gall doing a great job on the special teams there, because Dwayne, if Chris doesn't get him, he's on the picket post on the corner.
A 49-yard punt and a 2-yard return. It came close to being much more than that.
He does a good job kicking it away from the return man, Dwight. No penalty. You've got to be part actor on that. But look at the play by number 40 right there. The reserve fullback does a great job. If that doesn't make the tackle, I think Timmy Dwight's got the corner.
Iowa breaks the huddle with Banks and Filer in the backfield. Willie Guy wide to the right side. And the give is to Damien Banks. And he got nothing. Banks, the 5'11" sophomore.
Now you talk about tailback production. We've got one tailback averaging 158 yards a game, Shaw, but Banks, as a second-team tailback, has averaged over 60 yards himself. So the tailback position has generated 221 yards a game so far for Iowa.
Carter back in the game. Rollins out. Vernon completing a pass to the 45-yard line. Picks up Banks. Tavian Banks, the receiver. A pickup of maybe 4.
Smart play. They just snuck Banks into the slot position, run him outside, hope to get a linebacker trying to cover him, and a good job. Just pick up 4 or 5 yards. Good, solid play.
Now Shaw has returned to the game. Cedric Shaw in there on 3rd and 6. Slutzker in as well on the double tight end set. And a big problem for Sherman, Eric Allen. Eric Allen drops him back at the 43-yard line. Less than a minute to play in the 3rd quarter. 14-10 Iowa. Let's go to the studio.
All right, great finish to the Notre Dame Army game. Army had scored on a Leon Gant TD reception to pull within 1. You don't win wars by going for 1. They go for 2. They roll out. Ronnie Makeda to Ron Lashinsky, stopped at the goal line. Ivory Covington, the game-saving play for Notre Dame. They pull it out by 1.
How about that? Notre Dame by 1 over Army.
An inadvertent flag has been dropped here. And now we're set to resume with 44 seconds to play. Iowa gets the punt away. And it's going to bounce all the way into the end zone. Stoner was back. So Nick Gallery punts it into the end zone for a touchback, leaving 35 seconds on the 3rd quarter clock. Coming up, tip-off the 1995 college basketball season with Midnight Madness starting at 11:59 Eastern Time live on ESPN from the Universities of Maryland, Virginia, and Michigan.
Remember that shot last year? We just saw a kid makes the shot. Dicky Vitale's there, and he gets free tuition for a full year. It was just a great shot.
Glover and Lee in the backfield for Indiana. Glover on the handoff, an opening. Out across the 30. So Glover picking up first down yardage. And Banks walking off.
Played 2 plays, carried the ball the first time, fought a pass the second time, came right out, and I guess they're going to take him in an X-ray.
First and 10 from the 31. Glover now with 176 yards on 36 carries. Glover trying to turn the corner, and out of bounds he goes across the 40-yard line. Close to another first down before Robinson bumped him out.
The
Glover's done everything.
Oh, he sure has. He's done a great job. And the guards out in front of him, Lukowski and Mihalik, have pulled out in front of him along with the fullback, Steve Lee. Just generating a huge amount of offense today for Indiana.
Not quite enough for the first down on that run. Second and less than a yard. Warren Wilkerson split wide. Right up the middle to give. And Glover will have the first down this time. Diaco made the stop. So another first down for Hoosiers led at the half, 10-7, down by 4 in the closing seconds of the third quarter. So they did not score in the third quarter today. At the end of 3, Iowa 14.
There's a lot to think about when you're driving a car. That's why before they designed the I-30, Infiniti videotaped the eye movements of test drivers. Then they used these videos to help optimize the placement of controls and instruments, so that when you're driving an I-30, the road is what you tend to see the most. It's just one of the many features on the I-30 that deserves a closer look.
You see, this mouth is working up a hunger.
Why not build your own $1.99 meal at Long John Silver's?
Hey, fine. I'm a do-it-yourselfer.
So start building with our amazingly crunchy batter-dipped fish, tender chicken, or golden shrimp.
That'll work.
Then add 2 more favorites like a baked potato or buttery corn. Choose from 11 amazing tastes. Hey, you want a great $1.99 meal? Build your own and amaze your mouth at Long John Silver's.
And remember, clean your tools.
Coors Light, the silver bullet. It's shipped cold to tap the clean taste of the Rockies.
Tap the Rockies.
Stop at Pep Boys for our premium brake service. Our ASE certified technicians will install Revestis lifetime warranty brakes for only $99.99. Get lifetime brakes installed for under $100. Only at Pep Boys. Roll into Pep Boys right now and get a full set of 4 70,000-mile tires for just $169. That's any size, any 4 70,000-mile tires in stock for just $169 at Pep Boys now.
They've stimulated your mind. They've captured your imagination. They've excited your senses. They've protected your loved ones. They've created the best overall car line in initial quality for 1995. And I certainly agree. They're truly extraordinary luxury cars.
Taxi!
Indiana with the football, trailing 14-10 as we start the fourth quarter in Iowa. Greenlee on the option, and the give to Glover, caught at the line of scrimmage. Vernon Rollins on the hit. Let's go down to the field to Kirk.
Dwayne and Mike, they took backup running back Tavian Banks into the locker room. And it looked like he, earlier in the ball game, actually last series, he had fallen on his left arm and tried to brace himself. Too much weight on it. They're going to take him in, take an x-ray, see if it's broken or not. Chances are he will not be back in the ball game.
Now 2nd and 11 for Indiana. Glover trying the left side this time, and not much luck on that carry. He was stopped by Jared DeVries.
There's
and Eric Hilgenberg.
You haven't called all day. Jared DeVries, he's got the best numbers for this Iowa defense all year. 5 sacks, 13 tackles, been very active, but here's the story of the game. Who dominates up front? Let's see who wins this fourth quarter up front.
3rd and 9. Wilkerson wide on the right side. Greenlee back to pass. Looking this way for Wilkerson, and it is incomplete at the 22-yard line. Tom Knight back defending against Dorian Wilkerson. So Greenlee's pass ball's incomplete, bringing along a 4th and 8.
Man-free situation. Tommy Knight all by himself on the outside route. Does a great job almost coming up with the football. 2 excellent plays by Knight on that series. He also made the tackle on the option.
Dwight and Guy deep on the punt. Sitkowski gets it away, and that's going to be into the end zone.
I'm just tired of seeing punts sail into the end zone. You just aim it one way or the other or hang it up through something. But, Dwayne, you and I could do that, Dwayne.
Well, you could. 55 yards. 14-10 Iowa.
Burger King presents the first ever college football top 10 fans poll, where you, the fan, vote for who's #1. Holding strong and still undefeated, the #1 team is Florida State. Go to Burger King and find out how you can make your team #1.
Oh, you didn't get tomatoes?
Nah, I've been kind of on a rut lately, you know. I thought I'd mix it up a little bit. Whopper, no tomatoes.
Change your pace.
Exactly.
Expecting a weave and you bob.
Mm-hmm.
They're thinking zig, you zag.
Yeah.
You're a bold man.
The Whopper. It always tastes great because it's always fixed your way, with fries and a drink for just $2.99 every day at Burger King.
So, you out of your rut?
I believe I am.
You're rutless.
Enough with the ruts.
You've been ejected from the Rutmobile. No ruts, no glory.
Most new car radiators are made of aluminum, as thin as the top of this can. But Prestone antifreeze bonds with aluminum, forming the Prestone zone of protection against corrosion. It's your car. Protect it in the Prestone zone.
As they have done so often this afternoon, the Hawkeyes will open this series 1st and 10 on their own 20. Both tight ends, Slutzker and Price, in the game. Slutzker in motion to the left side, and the pitch goes to Shaw, trying to turn the corner to the sideline. Spins away at the 30, still on his feet at the 35, and up to the 40, across the 40 to the 41-yard line. What a run by Cedric Shaw.
That's one of the best 21-yard runs I've ever seen in my life. Toss sweep, both guards out in front. Looks like he's got a little room. Uses Verba right there to get to the corner. Now watch him. Well, he's got to go out of bounds there. He doesn't. A 360, continues to run, continues to drive his legs. At 202 pounds with a 4.3 40, that young man is stronger than you think. And he's saying, hey, I need a helmet. I'm pretty tough, but I ain't playing without a helmet. Somebody get me a hat.
That's right. Pickup of 21 on that run. 1st and 10 for Iowa. Ball on their own 41-yard line. 13:03 left to go in this game. The Hawkeyes have asked for a timeout. The score, Iowa 14, Indiana 10.
You're my agent. You have to do something about this. My face is on the cup with a duck. Well, I'm allergic to ducks. Well, what about Bugs Bunny? He's cool. What? Emmitt Smith has bugs? He's just a running back.
Now at McDonald's, get a free Looney Plays to-go cup when you supersize any extra value meal. The NFL's Emmitt Smith with Bugs, Barry Sanders with Taz, Bledsoe with Wiley, and Marino with Daffy on new to-go cups.
How'd I get on a McDonald's cup with Marino? Oh, agent. I'm allergic to dolphins.
Have you had your break today?
I'd like to tell you about my friend Jake. Jake is music. If he's not playing, he's listening to music. He has a legendary music collection. He's got stuff from last century.
8 tracks.
The best times we have are just when we sit down and pick up the guitars and play what comes to our heads. Jake's just a great friend.
Western got his backstage passes.
Yes. Everybody loves him. Not too sure the neighbors do, though.
When you're with a friend as good as Jake, shouldn't you have a Heineken?
You're cruising at 13,000 feet. Winds are moderate, sky is clear, a perfect day to jump. It's blue sky skydiving outside Seattle, where you can see the world at 160 miles an hour. So if you're crazy enough to try it, make sure you're smart enough to bring your Visa card, because at Blue Skies, American Express just won't fly. By the way, they do insist you pay first. Visa, it's everywhere you want to be.
Don't forget, coming up later tonight on ESPN, Tennessee and Alabama at 7:30 Eastern.
There's a good game, huh? Peyton Manning having as good a season as any college quarterback.
Both tight ends in here with Slutker and Price. Slutker in motion. They give to Shaw. Flags on the play as Shaw got close to the line of scrimmage, which was the 41-yard line, and he was stopped by Baisley, the linebacker out of Glencoe, Illinois. We'll sort out the flag. Procedure against Iowa.
Illegal formation. Only 6 on the line of scrimmage. Decline. Second down.
That's a wide receiver problem there. You need 7 men on the line of scrimmage, and one of the wide receivers drifted off the line of scrimmage, and hence the 5-yard penalty.
Rodney Filer reports back into the game. Second down, 10. Right wide on the left side. Matt Sherman in trouble. Dumps it off to Shaw, who drops the ball and is hit at the 38-yard line. Shaw hit from behind at the 38. He didn't think much of that.
Now the fans wanted a late hit. Good non-call. Cedric doesn't necessarily agree. I think Cedric wants the football.
Yeah, he's a give it to me.
Yeah, I think he's burning right now. And if I'm Hayden, I'll find a way to get it to him a couple times.
Third down, 10. 7 of 15 for 81 yards. Sherman drops straight back, looking. Now he'll tuck it in. Stopped short of midfield, and another flag on the play. Sherman down at the 49-yard line.
Offensive hold.
So it will go against the Hawkeyes.
Kind of interesting. We talked earlier in the game about the tight end and why they stand them up. Here's a great example. Scott Slutker to the right of your screen. Watch him right here. He puts his hand up. He sees blitz. He's alerting his quarterback. That's what our offensive coordinator Patterson said yesterday. We've got a
spot of the foul. Repeat, third down.
We've got a second set of eyes with the tight end standing up to help our quarterback with his pre-read situation. That was a great example of it.
So the Hawkeyes will be looking at a third down. Third in the neighborhood of 24.
Hayden's not real happy. He burned a timeout he didn't want to burn. He just took the penalty. He's got third and forever. Not a good situation. He's checked.
Odom's wide on the left side. Sherman back looking for time and a receiver, and he has a man. The ball popped loose and incomplete. Tim Dwight, the intended receiver, up at the 43-yard line, and he took a hit.
He took a hit from the hit man there, Aaron Warnicki, their strong safety. Watch number 17. He will deliver a load every time he hits you. Over the linebacker, in front of Dwight, watch the hit. Matt Sherman says, man, I thought we had it.
Gallery gets the punt away. Stoner back by himself at the 35. And is in trouble immediately. Dropped at the 33. Return of a -2 on the 38-yard punt. Matt Hughes dropped Stoner.
And we talked about walk-ons before. The kid that just made the last play, Aaron Warnicki, strong safety, is a walk-on. Now starts in strong safety. I talked to their coaches. They said they give what they call a Bone of the Week award to the best hit of the week. And for the first time in Coach Mallory's 12 years, Aaron Warnicki won it 3 weeks in a row. Just a killer.
Greenlee goes to the air and has Glover out at the 35-yard line. Short yardage on this pickup. Bobby Diaco from his linebacking spot covering. Tom Knight came up to help.
You gotta like what Greenlee's done today. He has not hurt them in the sense he's thrown interceptions. He had the initial fumble the first series of the game, but after he got that out of the way, he's done a good job being efficient, doing what he has to do to try and win a game.
Wilkerson wide on the left side, split backfield, flags on the play as Greenlee tries to unload it. It goes incomplete, but flags everywhere.
Everybody jumping that time, both lines.
A little better than 11 minutes remaining in this game. 14-10.
Going to get defensive encroachment again. Watch the jump from the defensive line. Both guys right there, and even though the offense reacts, they're going to call defensive encroachment.
So it will cost Iowa 5.
And the center did a nice job there, Jay Sy, because as soon as he sees the movement from the defensive line, he snaps the football, bang, 5 yards.
So it sets up a 2nd and 2. Kearney's in the game now, wide to the left side. Wilkerson wide to the right side. And they give to Glover right up the middle as he searches for the first down. Diaco came in to make the stop of Glover.
I'm just shaking my head. We've probably seen that play 40 times today in isolation. The collisions between the linebackers and the fullback have been great today. Just pure smash mouth football here in the Big Ten.
Well, they thought Shaw carrying the ball 42 times had a busy afternoon last week for Iowa. Glover has 41 carries for 193 yards.
And there's still over 10 minutes left in this game.
He has 5 receptions on top of that. And there's another one, and he is hit at the 38-yard line. Glover hauled it in for a first down. Pick up of 18. That's Damien Robinson who hit him, and Robinson stays down.
Big time hit by Robinson. Let's hope he kept his head up to protect his neck here. Same pattern. Glover catches the football. Looks like his right arm and shoulder. I think he's going to get what they call a stinger. I played free safety, and sometimes when you make a hit like that and it just catches it the wrong way, you get a stinger where your nerve ends. It kind of just stings all the way up from your hand through your shoulder.
Robinson, the junior free safety out of Dallas. Big help to his feet, and he's going to be all right, it would appear, leaving under his own power. 10:34 to play, 14-10. Iowa leading after the Hoosiers led at the half. Glover's numbers, wow, unbelievable today for Indiana. He's in the backfield again with Steve Lee. Bourne is wide on the left side. He tries to turn the corner around the 40-yard line. Glover knocked out by Tom Knight.
Glover's numbers are just outrageous.
A reminder tonight at 7:30 on ESPN2. Fire on Ice, the New York Rangers take on the Toronto Maple Leafs coming up at 7:30 Eastern time.
I wonder if the Devil went to Glover's room last night and said, listen, I'm going to give you a couple hundred. Here's the deal. Couple hundred on the ground, another 100 in the air. What do you think?
Yep. 2nd and 11. Greenlee tucks it in. Running up the middle to the 30, 25, and out of bounds as he crosses the 25 down to the 23-yard line. Ples Atkins up to bump him out.
See, that's the perfect illustration by what the coaches mean by he's a nifty runner. He's not particularly fast. He's not even particularly quick. It's a pass play all the way. He's got good feet, and now the niftiness takes over. Run away from some people, get to the outside. He's not going to run a 4.6 downhill on a great day, but he gets to the corner.
And he picked up 16 on that last run.
And they're back in field goal position, although 3 points at this time doesn't get them the lead. Points on the board are critical.
Stoner, Wilkerson wide on the left side. The give to Steve Lee, who powers his way straight ahead. Lee approaching the 10, not quite there. 250 pounds of Steve Lee for that game.
Now, how would you like to be the free safety here, Kerry Cooks? You're saying somebody tackled his horse because, uh-oh, here he comes, 250 pounds, please. The key there with Cooks, get lower than his shoulder pads. Good job by Kerry Cooks.
The ball just outside the 10-yard line. It's a first down for Indiana. Ward and Klusmeyer both in there at the tight end spot. Wilkerson wide to the left side. Glover gets the call, headed straight up the middle for a pickup of 2, perhaps 3.
You know, all day I've been talking about Steve Lee at fullback, how he blocks linebackers, the great collisions. Just another isolation play, isolation block. He and Bobby Diaco and Vernon Rollins have been killing people today. Watch him right here. Watch the hit right in the hole, push the pile, and that's why they're picking up 4 or 5 yards every play.
Second down, 7. Ward, Klusmeyer in there. Will Horn wide left. Glover and Lee in the backfield. The pitch to Glover, looking for room around the left corner. Approach to 5, not quite to the 5, and Ples Atkins up to make the defensive play for Iowa.
Better success with the straight-ahead running attack today for Indiana. Glover just doesn't have the breakaway speed to get to the corner on the toss sweep. He just can't get there. That's where an Alex Smith makes a big difference.
Third down, the ball is outside the 5. They place it close to the 6.
4 wide receivers.
Horn and Kearney in there, along with Stoner. The other one is Wilkerson. Mistakes again.
Adam, say, wait a minute. He blew the whistle. I turned my back, and you still snapped the football?
And timeout.
The timeout, turns around, hit him right in the back. It was a good snap. It hit him right in the back.
Yeah, that's right.
Side put it right in the money.
So timeout has been called by Indiana. 8 minutes and 14 seconds. Let's go to the sideline for Kirk Herbstreit.
Mike, let me ask you, kind of interesting there, Bill Mallory, if they're going to go shotgun, you'd think they would go with that, where you see a lot of these college and the NFL, a lot of the quarterbacks just lift that leg to let the center know that he's ready for the snap, and then that way you don't have to worry about the crowd noise. And there, they could have really used that. Maybe they'll come back here and do that right now.
Kirk, that's a real good point. I don't know if they do that with Chris Ditto or not. But watch, he's pointing out there. He's pointing out there. Where's the leg? There.
Yeah.
No,
there's no way.
I think that's just a nervous twitch. There's the leg.
Right. He cannot here. There's no way they're going to be able to go off a cadence. He's got to use some kind of leg movement to get the ball snapped.
Yeah, 70,000 people in here packing the house. You've got to go with the leg movement, Kirk. That's a good point. Dun, 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 dun.
I got the idea. They can get a little better than 70,000. 70,397, the capacity here. And Indiana comes out looking at 3rd and 5. 8:14 to play. A 4-point game.
Wholesale substitutions. Iowa's trying to match up their defensive personnel with Indiana's offensive personnel. 4 wides in the game.
Glover in the backfield out of the shotgun. And the pass is incomplete. Stoner had to reach back. Stoner opened for a moment and to reach back. And it's incomplete.
Wayne, you called that exactly right. Stoner was open on the two-man pattern, weak side. The ball delivered just behind him, and Stoner looks late. If the ball's delivered in front of him, you've got a chance.
And Indiana will have to settle for the field goal attempt.
Ball behind him. You see, he's got a chance to break a tackle on Ples Atkins there if he throws it out in front.
Bill Manilopoulos, a 23-yard attempt, puts it up and through. That's his second field goal of the day, and it makes it a one-point game. With 8:07 left, it's 14-13 Iowa.
Hey gang, Jake here. You want rock-hard abdominals? A slim, sexy waistline and a lower back that feels like $1 million bucks? Well, over 250,000 others have, and now you can. Because my Ab and Back Plus is now available at retail stores everywhere. The Ab and Back Plus in my Fit 4 workout will give you incredible results fast. With our torsion disc technology, it takes about 10 minutes 3 times a week to get you looking good and feeling great about yourself. Gang, this is one tough machine, welded from tubular steel and backed by a 25-year warranty. And it weighs only 38 pounds, and it's easy to store. And now you've got 2 ways to order. Stop by and pick one up, or call us if you'd like our easy payment plan and delivery right to your home. I guarantee you're going to love the difference this machine can make. You can have rock-hard abs, a slim, sexy waistline, and the strong, healthy back you've always wanted. Call us or stop by your favorite retailer right now. Don't quit.
Communication involves a sender, a receiver, a medium, and a message.
Listen carefully.
Did you hear that?
Great sports sites. The #1 sports site on the net.
(14-13) Iowa, and the kickoff. Dwight and Gibson deep, and this one hits the very back of the end zone and bounces through. So here we go, 1st and 10 from their own 20 for the Iowa Hawkeyes under the direction of Matt Sherman.
This is where it gets interesting. We've got a 1-point ball game with 8 minutes left. Iowa's offense has been sporadic at best, a little bit better in this half. Let's see if Matt Sherman can gain his composure and move the club down the field here. They really need at least a field goal to regain that 4-point edge, Wayne.
They will start this series with both Scott Slutzker and Derek Price, both their tight ends.
They're in a balanced set here. They can run the ball either way. Check with me at the line of scrimmage right here.
Odom now wide to the left side. Wide on the right side. The pitch back to Shaw. Edric Shaw trying to turn the corner up to about the 23-yard line, and Eric Allen came up from the corner to make the stop.
Iowa likes that toss sweep, and if you play for Iowa as a wide receiver, you've got to block people. Demo Odom's right there, number 10, cracks back to the left of the screen here on the linebacker, right there. That creates the corner for Cedric Shaw. You've got to block people, and Dwight and Odoms do a great job.
This time they break out with Filer and Shaw in the backfield. Richard Carter wide on the right side. Dwight on the left side. Here's Shaw spinning up to the 25, now the 26, and perhaps another yard.
Do his spin moves remind you of anybody? I mean, I'm not trying to put him in the same category as this guy, but they remind me of Walter Payton. Always cutting, hitting, spinning. I think they've got to get the football to him in the open field. He's got the look of the eye of the tiger going right now.
3rd down and a couple coming. 3rd and 2. Williams Pro Billiards coming up next. So stay with us for that. Following our game, we have 6:50 left to play.
They probably have blue locker rooms in the Williams Women's Pro Billiards. What do you think?
That's right. Price in motion. Nothing on this one.
Sorry, Timmy.
Indiana smells it out. That's Nathan Davis. Tim Dwight dropped for a big loss. Big Indiana play.
Timmy's average of 40 per rush took a beating on this play. Penetration by Nathan Davis. Fool me twice. Okay, but the third time I got you.
Loss of 14.
Davis, that's his 10th tackle for loss this year, Nathan Davis.
This is Stoner at the 46. Maybe midfield.
The flag down. Now that
40-yard punt, return of 4.
That looked like one of my punt returns at Boston College. You fake left, fake right, fall forward for 6 feet 2 inches, my height. I average 6 feet 2 per return. I think you decline this.
Coming against?
It's on Iowa, legal procedure.
Yep.
I like the 58. I'm down 1 point, ball on the 50-yard line.
Good field position.
I'll take the football. Don't take any chances with mishandling the football. That T word that we talked about early on. We don't want that.
So the ball at the 50. They declined it. Let's go down to the field again to Kirk.
Well, Dwayne, a couple injuries to keep an eye on. Chris Jackson, the starting strong safety, is out of the game right now due to a jammed neck. They don't want to put him back in there. And also, you saw Damien Robinson go out in the last series with a bruised shoulder. He's back in there, the starting free safety. But keep an eye on both these guys because of the injuries.
And that's both their safeties. You've got to be careful of that.
Stoner and Wilkerson wide left side. Greenlee on the give to Glover.
Boy,
he is having some day.
Sure is. I just think this is a great story. A third-team tailback comes into the 70,000-foot seat stadium, has a 200-yard day, refuses to go down.
45 carries for 201 yards. What did you do Saturday afternoon? On second down, a call again to Glover. Back to the line, and that's about it.
It's critical that Indiana takes advantage of this field position right now. We're down to 5 minutes and 14 seconds. The clock is running. It's not a big play offense because all their big play weapons are gone. This is a big third down right here.
5 minutes left to play.
It's Chris Ditto wishing he was out there right now.
Third, let's call it 3rd and 6. Stoner, Kearney, Matthews, Wilkerson all out. They're wide from the shotgun. Greenlee, pass to the right side, and it's intercepted with a clear field. Tom Knight down the sideline, and he goes in for the touchdown. Tom Knight on the interception. A 60-yard return, and he had nothing but open highway in front of him. An interception and a 60-yard return makes it 2013 Iowa with a point after to come. Knight started 6 games last year before a knee injury put him on the sideline. Comes up with a big interception on the pass thrown by Adam Greenlee.
The big mistake Coach Mallory and the Indiana club prayed wouldn't happen. A bad interception by Adam Greenlee. And a nice play by Tommy Knight. Kind of ironic that a man named Knight has ruined Indiana's chances, huh?
Knight has ruined their day. To make it 20-13.
Let's watch Adam Greenlee's eyes on this play. 4 wide receivers versus nickel. He's looking the whole time for one receiver. He predetermined where he was going with the football. Man-to-man coverage. Knight had him. Now, at least watch the effort of Greenlee. He's running downhill. Almost has a shot at the tackle right there. No way you're going to get Knight. Play of the game. But that's what an inexperienced quarterback can do to you. He decided prior to the snap where he was going with the football. Tommy Knight made him pay.
Well, they flooded the lanes with receivers.
Do you go for 2 here is the question. They're not going to. 2 points would put you up 9 and make it a 2-possession ball game. They're going to play it safe.
They have Hurley in, Brian Hurley, to attempt this point after. And it's a fake. And they will take it in for 2. Ryan Driscoll, who turns out to be the backup quarterback, was holding. And Driscoll carries it in for 2. So they do convert it for 2 to make it 22-13.
Dwayne, we had just talked about whether or not to go for 2. What surprises me is Iowa calls the timeout. That gives Indiana a chance to think about it and set up a defense accordingly. So the fake was more effective than it really should have been in that call. But I'll tell you what, give Hayden Fry credit.
And there's a Hawkeye player down. That is Ross Burba from the offensive line.
Remember, your quarterback, Ryan Driscoll, is the holder. He just catches the football. Verba's blocking right in front of him, the left of your screen. What happens is Driscoll comes down on the back of Verba's legs. Number 1, great call, Hayden Fry. Number 2, good job by Driscoll. And what that does for the rest of the football game, it's a 9-point game. They have to score twice to win.
4:36 to play. Iowa 22, Indiana leading by 9. 22, Iowa, Indiana 13.
How do you know? Who do you trust? What do they really say? Only one long-distance company gives you written proof that your business saves over AT&T. There's no question about savings with MCI's Proof Positive.
Sure, my business is saving with AT&T. At least I think so. I feel that we are. I'm sure that we are. How would I know if we weren't? I don't think we'd know. I don't know if we're saving.
There's no question about savings with MCI's Proof Positive.
They're still back there.
Don't worry, love. You're riding in the world's first sport utility wagon.
I am.
That's right. This here's the all-wheel drive Subaru Outback.
That's great.
You know, it's got more cargo space than a passport.
Uh-huh.
The ground clearance of an Explorer.
Yeah, but...
Oh, did I mention it gets much better gas mileage than a Jeep Cherokee?
Outside, you say?
Subaru Outback. The world's first sport utility wagon.
Your car's engine was made for the open road. But that's not where it is day in and day out. Stop-and-go driving can kill an engine by creating deposits and wear that rob performance and shorten engine life. That's why you need the added protection of TM8, a new engine treatment from Valvoline. TM8 coats moving parts with 8 friction-fighting ingredients, including Teflon. So no matter where you are, your engine will run just like it's on the open road. TM8 from Valvoline, because driving is more stop than go.
Iowa has taken a 22-13 lead over Indiana with a little better than 4:30 left to play in this game. Knight on the interception and the return for the touchdown. The kickoff picked up by Ellums forcing his way ahead to the 40-yard line and across to the 41. Mistakes today by Indiana. It's been a problem all year for the Hoosiers.
Take a look at that. 2 turnovers, 15 points. Defensively, they only gave up 1 drive for a touchdown today. Those are the big problems right there, and that's really an indication of the way the season has gone for Indiana.
They came into this game -7 in the turnover department. Cost them again today. Stoner and Wilkerson wide. They have Glover and Lee split in the backfield behind Adam Greenlee. Greenlee setting up. And is it intercepted or not? It's going to be incomplete. Hit the ground. Vernon Rollins came very close to picking up an interception. He thought he had a clean interception.
Like most things, this is the pressure from behind that causes the poor throw. Does look like it hits the ground first to me before Rollins picks it up. Take another angle at it. The hit forces the poor throw. Hits the grass first. Good call. Not a bad job of shortstop there by Rollins, but a good call.
Good hands on the short hop. Second down, 10. Greenlee to Glover, and no place to go this time. Glover almost immediately looking for an opening. It was closed.
It's a shame to have Glover lose his 200-yard game because he got caught behind the line of scrimmage. Pick him down.
He has played so well today.
He's a good football player. Savvy veteran, senior co-captain.
Hayden Fry out to take a look. 4:07 to play. Iowa leading 22-13. We'll be back in a moment.
Hello from Plank Road, where our man Paul has some visitors, the Plank Road Polar Bears. Each year, the Polar Bears seek ultimate refreshment by throwing themselves into icy cold waters. We suggest an alternative. Ice Brewed Ice House. Ice brewed so there's never any watered down taste, just more of what you want in a beer. Ice Brewed Ice House. Icy smooth refreshment without the annoying frostbite. Thanks and enjoy.
Jesse, you're next.
I'm all yours.
Save it for the stage, Romeo.
Carol always gives it to me straight. Like when she told me about my...
I told him about Head & Shoulders. Regular shampoos just rinse flakes away so they could come back. Head & Shoulders helps prevent flakes from even forming. You see the difference? You look great.
Thanks, but will it get me this part?
Couldn't hurt.
Head & Shoulders, because great hair can't have flakes.
Hey, break a leg.
22-13, Iowa leading. Lloyd Bickham walked off the field under his own power.
Freshman Aaron Klein will come in for Bickham.
And Glover, in this quarter, 9 carries, 11 yards.
4 wides versus a nickel defense.
Greenlee out of the shotgun. Wobbly pass.
Now there it is,
50.
late flag.
And the flag. That was Kerry Cooks. Back defending.
Being an old defensive back, I usually don't like to call defensive pass interference, but you'll see at the end of this, Kerry Cooks' arm is clearly all over the back of him. Contact is made early. That's an automatic first down.
There is no flag.
Oh!
No flag is the call. How about
wave
that?
it off. Are they going to...
Another look.
Are they going to rule this that the ball could not be caught? Oh, no, what it is. The ball is tipped. The ball was tipped, and as soon as you tip the pass, that's it. You can do anything you want once the ball's tipped.
And Tim Dwight drops back for Iowa. And this one hits at the 5 and bounces into the end zone. So Sitkowski again booms it into the end zone, and Iowa will start from its own 20, 1st and 10. Iowa trailed at the half. At the moment, the Hawkeyes are up 22-13. They were out trying to snap a 2-game losing streak to Indiana. Indiana had beaten Iowa in '93, 16-10, and won last year, 27-20. And the Hoosiers gave a very good accounting of themselves for most of this afternoon. The 2 mistakes cost them dearly.
Their up-front people played an excellent game, both sides of the line of scrimmage.
On Filer in the backfield. Shaw takes the handoff. Back to the 20, and that's about it. So it's going to be a 2nd and 10. Eric Smedley made the stop for Indiana.
Both free safeties on these teams. Smedley and Robinson used to be corners. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 teams in the top 25. That leads the country. The Big 8 only has 5.
Iowa in the top 25 for the first time since early in '92. Dwight on the reception at the 31-yard line. Tim Dwight hauls it in.
Classic local kid makes good story. He's right here from Iowa City High School. Grew up watching the Hawkeye play. That's all he ever wanted to do was come back and play right here at Kinnick Stadium.
They have 4 local players on this team from Iowa City. Local high schools, Brian Hurley, the place kicker, Mark Mitchell, and Jason House, along with Tim Dwight.
You know, when you grow up locally, there's no pro team around here. So when you grow up around here, you look up to and idolize the Iowa football players. It's not unusual to have them stay home.
Tyler and Shaw, backfield for the Hawkeyes. Shaw takes the handoff down to the 34-yard line. Nathan Davis to make the stop from his defensive end position.
Stop by Nathan Davis.
Shaw, 76 yards on 20 carries and a touchdown. Next Saturday, ESPN2 offers a full day of college football. Big Ten Clash, Wisconsin meets Northwestern, and at 5, stay on top of all the action on Sports Night, the college football edition. Willie Guy, wide right side this time. Second down and 7. Shaw trying to get to the outside, approaching the 40-yard line, and Smedley's there to bump him out of bounds.
The only thing you'd like to see Shaw do in that situation is try and stay in bounds. Keep the clock running, double tight. You're just going to run the football, trying to run out the clock.
It will be a 3rd down and about a yard. Shaw and Filer in the game.
Indiana has 5 defensive linemen and 3 linebackers in the game. It's an 8-man front with only 3 defensive backs.
Caught behind the line here, and Nathan Davis in to make the initial stop. So they are short of the first down. Shaw on that carry.
You know, I got to tell you, Dwayne, I'm impressed with Indiana today. Came in as a heavy underdog, beat up offensively. They came in and really carried the fight to Iowa. Without the big play in the 4th quarter by Tom Knight, the interception return, they could have snuck out of here with a win.
Well, who knows? It was 14-13 at the time. Indiana having kicked 2 field goals already. You don't know if they're going to score, if they get into the end zone for the touchdown or the field goal. Right. But it was the interception and ultimately the turnovers that have cost them all year.
I'll tell you, if I'm Bill Mallory, after this game's over, I get my kids in the locker room, I shut the door, and I say, guys, I've never been more proud of a team in my life. You did a great job, and I thank you.
And as much as we've talked about Sean Glover, the offensive line has had a great day as well.
Oh, offensive line has done a great job, and I think the front 7 defensively has also done a good job. I mean, let's face it, Shaw came into this game averaging 158 yards on the ground. They had Tavian Banks averaging another 60. They've done a great job on the front 7.
So the Hawkeyes coming into this game 4-0, looking to push it to 5-0 before their schedule becomes really tough. They finished last year 5-5-1 and finished the year with 3 victories and a tie, so they're still on this unbeaten streak.
Shaw averaging 158 yards a game, was held to 81 yards on 22 carries today with 1 touchdown. Pretty good job up front.
On the heels of his 250-yard performance last week.
There he is.
Punted away, a booming punt. Taken at the 12 by Stoner. Out to about the 20. And that's it. A 49-yard punt and a return of 8.
Look at Gallery. Big fella. He's 6'4", 240 pounds. Wayne, he caught 5 passes in the spring game as a tight end. So a pretty good athlete, too.
And Indiana will take over. 1st and 10 from the 20.
Nick said, as long as I can stand up somewhere, I'll play. So they put him at tight end.
They would qualify him here at Iowa. Greenlee in the air and has a completion at the 27 to Damien Matthews, who goes out of bounds. A minute 24 left. The rest of the schedule for Indiana. The Hoosiers in 0-2 in the Big Ten, and looking at an 0-3 here in the closing minute and a half of this game.
Well, they've got Michigan at Penn State, Michigan State at Ohio. Look at that. 17, 7, and 2, Wayne. Both Indiana and Iowa have brutal remaining schedules.
Second down and 2. Greenlee from the shotgun across the middle, and he has a receiver at the 42, but he could not hang on. That was Dorian Wilkerson, the intended receiver. Had the ball actually a couple times and just could not gather it in. Stops the clock with a minute 18 to play.
Now, Tommy Knight is a great story. Makes the big play today to win the football game, but last year, 6th game of the year, hurt the knee, has surgery. Defensive coordinator Bill Brazier told us yesterday he has potential to be one of the best they've ever had here.
Glover met as he tried to go straight ahead and got nothing. That will bring about a 4th down.
Boy, he's going to be a sore man tomorrow. Look at him. Wow. They're going to go for it.
4th and a long 2. Greenlee trying to dart inside, and he's going to come up short of the first down with about 47 seconds to play. Bobby Diaco, the linebacker, and to make the stop. He's a Butkus Award candidate. Will take over on down.
Kind of a fiery leader, Bobby Diaco. Good football player. He and Wright, Tommy Knight, both from the state of New Jersey. Do a great job.
Just 47 seconds left in this one, as the Hawkeyes trying to wrap up the homecoming afternoon. And it has not been an easy afternoon for Iowa. Hawkeyes did take a little more control in the second half. This is Filer for a couple yards.
This is one of those kind of games, if you're Iowa, you just want to get out of here with a W, go back and regroup, because you know you've got Penn State next week. You know you got to go to Ohio State the week after that, and it doesn't get any easier.
347 total yards for Indiana. In the neighborhood of 225 for Iowa. Hawkeyes leading 22-13. We've got the clock ticking down, and that's going to be the last play of the game. A big play of this one, the interception by Tom Knight. That pretty much sealed it for the Iowa Hawkeyes, who go 5-0 since 1986, when they won the Holiday Bowl and finished 9-3.
Aiden Fry's got it going again. You remember back in '86 with the great quarterbacks, Chuck Long, who's on the staff now as a defensive back coach. Excellent job keeping their composure, hanging in there when they were being thoroughly outplayed by Indiana.
So the Iowa Hawkeyes were trailing at the half. They come away with a victory over Indiana. A great effort by the Hoosiers. 22-13 the final.